check here.
I may or may not miss about half an hour to 40 minutes, considering I may need to pick my dad up from work at like 8:40. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for keeping us up to date.
I have the energy of 1,000 suns.
Oh, that's also good to hear. I'm sorry. I'm still like really.
No, I am on the brink of overcharge.
I'm really hyped for this remake. It's called Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning. And apparently they're gonna release like not just reworking the entire game and like fixing bugs and stuff, but they're also like going to be adding a new DLC called Fate Sworn. That's gonna be released in next year. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really happy. Because I enjoyed the living hell out of that game when I was younger. So my teenage years.
I already
Yeah,
started
I'm sorry.
recording.
Very interrupted. Yeah, sorry. It's fine. I probably won't even cut this out.
I gave the audience a week and a nod. Let's go.
Yeah, last we left this group of adventurers, party had managed after reconvening and informing everyone of the possible plans. You were informed of a brawl that had occurred in a nearby, not nearby, but in a tavern on the ship, called the what was it called again? Scheisse. Well, anyways, a fight broke out in a tavern, where one of your allies was involved, and there was also a murder there as well. Apparently a gnome. However, as to the connection for the entire thing, it's unknown. However, after doing some quick investigation, very choice use of certain spells and supernatural abilities, we managed to track down where exactly some of their capabilities and their exact location. They had made their way directly towards a janitorial closet where there was a dumbwaiter still being pulled. Unfortunately, the dumbwaiter was
got shot in the face with a fucking shotgun.
Trapped by what appeared to have been a closet with a blunderbuss. Very, very cartoony, I would say, but nevertheless. After dispatching of them and coming and realizing that the culprit was about in the 7th floor, so 70 feet up, one of your teammates, Lucid, decided to bring to Dimension Door him and Parias to that floor to do some quick investigatory to chase down after the culprit, where they had just managed to see them turning the corner. After which a fight ensued, where for the most part the two are fine. Alistair got a little bit dinged up, but nothing that can't be patched up with some rest and some healing spells. Though that's not to say that the culprit went down easy. Appear to be very skilled and very well equipped. You managed to safely knock them out. Where you saw their true appearance take form. It appeared to be a male fallen Azamar.
Anyway, we're looting the body or what?
Yes,
perhaps.
I believe. Yeah, you guys are collecting it for evidence, if I recall. But
evidence.
Quote unquote evidence that they're not going to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Private
you
evidence,
guys,
if you will.
Yeah. So eventually,
Bryce, I need you to shove the guns in the potato sack.
fucking Christ.
I can't explain. Just put the guns in the potatoes.
I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. Anyways, so you guys are just shoveling his weaponry, the holsters on his body into the bag.
Yeah, pretty much.
We both have bags
Keep
full.
just enough so you know it's most likely the suspect, but steal
I
the
don't have a
actual
single
lessons
firearm.
that we give a shit about.
Price does not have a firearm on him.
I mean, it might help
So-
to have some firearms, but anyways, moving on.
Sorting
So I need one of you to roll sleight of hand to quickly shovel it in before any guards notice.
Bryce, what's your sleight of hand?
I have a +2 dex.
Hell yeah, that's better than mine.
You might want to try to do it without Vera noticing.
Yeah, dude, I got a +3.
Yeah. One moment. So either Lucid or Parias needs to roll a sleight of hand.
What the fuck is your sleight of hand?
Fuck is my sleight of hand? It's fucking 0.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jesus Christ.
14.
14. Alright.
It's okay.
Good.
I need to roll for the guards. And let's see here.
Should I roll or just use passive perception?
I don't think you're there yet.
You're not yet. You're not there yet.
Also, if there are
Oh,
guards.
I'm gonna find it very funny if you get cut
In
too
terms
with
of
this.
order,
3
who's
floors
going
up.
to-
Question: if there were guards here, why the fuck didn't they help us, or at least go get someone to
Getting
help?
civilian safety.
So are there not guards here?
There are guards there. They're just getting the civvies to safety.
So they're
Clearing
not
up
paying
the
attention.
area.
So they're using their passive at best.
Yes, and I'm pulling the specific guard stats because they're not your usual guards, obviously. Are you?
It'll shove some nails on the people's minds. Swear to God.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh well.
So, if it ain't at 20 or what?
No, they're not rolling. They're using their passive. Come on.
If they don't have a wisdom of 20.
Well, they don't have a perception in general of 20, maybe. Let's see here.
Well, you tell me guards don't have passive 30?
Come on. Your guards
Come
are
on, this is the rich people guard. They should obviously have higher
Okay,
standards.
here it is. Here it is.
Imagine not having guards that are just lesser deities. Come on.
I mean, that's where the warlocks come in. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, you managed to quickly shovel the weaponry. Just safely rearrange them back into your pack for safekeeping and future usage. Yes. And upon which a human and a dwarven guard begin to approach you.
Uh-huh.
And weapons at the ready, pointed directly towards you, both of you, because there's a man in a dress with no weaponry on their person, who appears to be unconscious.
Hello, yes,
and
they
both
are.
of you are heavily armed.
Well, they saw the fight break out, didn't they?
No,
No?
Then
most
why
of the
were
guards
they beating
were-
the civilians out?
Thought they were escorted.
because you guys made a lot of noise.
Noise happens. People
Right.
party on this boat.
Yeah, but not sounds of sword clashing against flesh and steel.
They haven't seen Ethereum
and
parties.
spells being cast.
There was not a
And spells
single
cast.
sword in fight. There was a mace.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a sword.
I mean, the sound of like
Culprit.
flesh being crunched by Parias'
Culprit,
massive
remember?
body, maybe, but
The
They
culprit,
haven't
remember?
seen
He had a
Ethereum
scimitar.
parties.
Or not scimitar,
They use a
cutlass.
sword?
Yeah, they were wielding a cutlass.
I am not. Very.
So yeah, they're just. I've the sound of a fight breaking out there. First priority is get the civvies out of danger because they're well. Let's be honest, they're very wealthy.
Very.
They don't want lawsuits.
Very quick explanation to the guards here. Hello there. Authorities, I suppose. This here is the culprit of a number of, well, I think just one actually, recent murders here on the ship. As you can see, there are also a fallen Azamar.
All right. Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Hey, you're the one who spoke up.
Bryce, what's your persuasion?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
but
mine's
you're the
better.
one who spoke up first.
I know. I am assuming it's probably not good.
Is Bryce proficient in persuasion?
No,
Yeah.
What's
I'm
Bryce?
proficient in alternative persuasion.
Alternative.
I was about to suggest you help
Moving
us, man.
on.
We have a
So,
7.
well, the DC was 5 because
Tally.
wings are still out. So they just look at the scene like the human's like, "All right,
Also, we're members of the
fuck,
7 members.
wrestling. What are we? Okay, what's the whole part? What's this whole procedure we're supposed to do right now?" And he says, "For fuck's sake, lad, the murderer is fucking here. We'll tie him up. And we'll make sure nobody gets involved,
Bryce will
gets in the
just
middle of it."
do the whole ordeal. Gag him even.
Hello, welcome back, Master Duke.
Yo.
Right on cue. As the human is like, right, and he'll just take the opposite hallway, while he takes the hallway he's currently in and asks, both of you if either of you need healing.
No.
I don't think so.
Alright. Then he just takes it. He takes out his shield, and stows away his what looks like a sort of. It looks like a. At first glance, it looks like a warhammer, but then you realize, oh no, that's a war pick. It's just got a much more pronounced blunt end on one side. And he just raises as he just walks around. All right, nothing to see here. Everyone getting around.
Wait, they rolled lower than a 7?
No, the DC was
Persuasion
5, apparently.
Isn't really a roll.
Sorry.
The DC is just set.
These are really shitty guards.
They're very nervous.
There's a very big
They're-
difference between deception and persuasion in the rolls. Persuasion.
Yeah,
is a
you're
set
telling the
thing.
truth, too. So, anyways, they're currently the dwarven guard just produces a shield and is currently just fending off like some straggling, some mercenary, some much more well armed patrons of this ship. To like, hey, everyone, stay back. The situation's handled. Go back to your rooms, relax, enjoy your time here. Everything is fine. And the same with the human guard, except instead of a shield, he has looks like a unloaded light crossbow. As just gesturing for everyone to go back to your rooms, go back to what you were doing. Everything's fine. Everything's safe. If if anything comes up, everything will be taken care of. That whole spiel. And let's see here. Yeah, they managed to do it quite competently. They just, anyone who gets too curious, they just gesture like, hey, it's our job to keep you safe. It's not your job to keep us safe. Sort of tucking them down while sort of how do you say, appealing to their ego. Anyway, so eventually, after a few minutes, Vocable, are you going to be tying up the culprit?
Yes.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
With every possible facet of I guess everything. With that. I'm gonna reroll it because I don't want them to get the demolishments. And...
Yeah, what you roll. Yeah, what you roll determine the DC for for them to break out.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
all that shebang.
Yeah, you created a knot on one end. On
You fool,
one
you should have
section
killed
of
them
the
right there. Now they can
and
teleport
wrap
again.
it around their maw, wrap around put in their mouth. But make sure that they have some room to breathe, but not be able to take it off as easily.
You better be consistently kicking them until they wake up so they don't get the effects of a
So
rest.
sort of Hibari. Was it Hibari? I need to double check. Let's see here. Shibari. Yeah. Basically, you do this sort of pseudo, very much akin to Shibari rope, where you just sort of use all of the rope to tie up the entirety of their body and make sure it's not uncomfortable, but it doesn't chafe, or at least chafe as much as it could, and basically greatly limit their movement. Let's see here, and okay, Lucid, what are you doing?
Standing there mostly.
Standing there doing what? Just keeping watch, making sure everything's safe, or?
Well, I would turn the culprit into an icicle if I could. Alas, I don't.
That would be lethal.
Well,
That would be lethal.
It's very specifically non-lethal.
Yeah, it just requires the target is completely encased in a block of ice. He can still breathe. Yes, it's amazing. All it requires is a greater restoration to free him.
That's expensive still, but anyways, moving on.
What? Counterpoint. They are a murderer.
Yes.
Dangerous.
However, you do still need people still need to interview him to get his confession and all that. Cause
Yeah, you can do that.
Yes, he might have caused that brawl, and someone else might have died. But you need to prove that he's the culprit of that specific murder. And yes, he has a murder weapon, but you got to prove that was that whole thing, due process and all that shit.
Yeah.
So you got the easy thing out of the way. Now you got the hard part.
I don't really have anything to do, really.
Either that, or just detain him until he reaches the Avrani. You guys will reach the Avrani Union, and let the Avrani Union, essentially the Inquisitors handle all that. All right, and with that, so moving on. Eventually, Flint, Hajime, and let's see, Vera, Abdul. Where's the rest? Yes, Abdul, Benor, and Nolan all make their way up.
Nolan decided to show up.
Yeah, Nolan was the guy Nolan joined you guys with the thing because he killed the guy he was talking to. So no.
I know we punched him in the gut.
Yeah, he'll get you back.
Fries.
He'll probably get you back for that. Anyways, you don't need to worry about that. Anyways, moving on.
Sure.
So, the rest of you guys, so Hajime, everyone who was not previously on the scene sees the scene as it is. You'll see a pale-skinned, dark-haired man in a yellow dress, wearing what looks like crimson feathers, sort of growing what looks like out of his scalp. Let's see here. He's heavily tied up by Parias, and it looks like there's two guards who are currently overseeing and keeping curious civilians out of the way. Some of them are more well armed than others. You see one guy with you see one halfling with a blunderbuss. Just he looks like he's ready for what may or may not happen. As a dwarf just sort of says, sir, please, lower your weapon. Everything's fine. Just go back to see what you were doing before. We got this entire situation under control. That whole spiel. So first things first. What are your individual responses to the scene? Starting with, let's see here. You know what? Yeah, Lamb Chopper. What is Flint's reaction to the scene as it is?
His reaction to seeing his face is nothing because he expected this already and knows about this already. well, I say nothing, but more like he
Observe
was
the
already
scene.
mentally prepared for this being a possibility, and it's nothing as reaction worthy as routinely having to swim in a ocean of blood very often.
Yeah. All right.
A guy looking funny isn't.
A guy in a dress. That's the least of your concerns. Yeah. Anyway, so Master Duke, what is Hajame's response?
Other than, could this possibly be the guy that thinking about is the guy from what the head chef was telling us about? Can I make an insight or something?
Sure. With disadvantage because, well, let's see here. You're told that it was a male, but you're told like they were in robes, not a dress.
I mean, you said it was bright fucking yellow.
Yeah, bright yellow. Bright yellow is usually pretty. It's okay for like the summertime and summer and spring, and it is summer and spring, so it doesn't really stick out that much.
I don't know what you're thinking, but yellow is a hideous color to wear, just by itself.
Not to all people. Anyways, so just make an insight check. Actually, no, normally. So 23.
Oh.
So yeah, you look at it. You notice the bruises, and you notice again, Parias, currently finishing up tying a knot as he's bound and gagged. The man. Lucid appears is also there, currently overseeing everything. All right, and let's see here. Flutter, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. What is Vera's reaction to this scene? Which is Parias
So,
having tied up the culprits, and
well, I mean, so we saw, I mean, the rest of us are together, right?
yes,
Because we bumped into them. Vera's reaction is to go over and make sure the culprit is securely restrained.
all right. Make it just As you walk over, you can see that he's a full body tied up, gagged. His hands and feet are behind his back. Very akin to something you've heard in the Chicago Royal Empire that's starting to sprout up involving rope. At least a very weird use of rope.
I double checked the bonds, and I also checked to make sure that well, I presume that if he could cast magic without, I presume that if he had like a subtle spell, then he probably would have teleported away already. But still, it's worth checking to make sure.
He's also unconscious. So.
He's also unconscious as well. But you look around, make sure like he can't just use somatic spell components for a spell or something like that. I mean, his hands most spells require like not exaggerative movement, but like a much larger range of movement than just finger waggling and sketching into the air.
Most teleportation also requires verb.
Yeah. So he unless he has some sort of spell that doesn't require any of them, which he may be able to do via meta magic. It's not gonna take care of the whole being wrapped up in this much rope situation. So he's pretty securely tied up.
They still require material components, like I believe Vocable said.
Yeah, unless it was again something dimensioned or something like that.
Gotta focus in his hands to really nullify material costs.
Yeah, the problem.
And as long as he doesn't have that, then this is pretty damn secure.
Yeah. Plus, he's already heavily tied up, so it's going to be particularly difficult, even if he teleports.
Somatic components are basically
you got to deal
impossible.
with having to get out of this quite intricate rope work. So for just to cut it short, he's securely wrapped up. There might be some chafing, obviously. That's kind of unavoidable with when you're using rope in general. But
Who gives a
it's-
fuck about chafing? This is a fucking murderer. Who gives a
Do the
fuck?
guards have manacles?
they don't appear to have any manacles. They just have look like some very small first aid kits and things like that. At least these guards here. They don't have anything magical. Your safe guess would probably be that they weren't expecting like a literal murderer to happen, and most of the.
I mean, murderer could also apply to all of us.
Well, sorry, a
But
serial
more like
law-abiding
potentially
murderer for the
contract
most
killer at level 20 power
Yeah,
command
you guys
guy.
are mercenaries. Killing is kind of part of the job. Anyways, so it's one part of the job. Anyway, so yeah, you can just tell that he's safe. Even if he manages to teleport out, he's still going to have the problem of being wrapped up in this intricate rope work. So yeah, so each of you approach
I
and
make
look
sure
to here.
I make sure his legs are bound just to be safe.
This feels like it's a compromising position to suddenly teleport to the plane of fire in.
No, he's not even able to because the what the ship has.
I don't want him somehow using his feet as somatic components.
It should be tied with feet.
Yeah, he's tied by his feet. It's sort of like hog. He's sort of hog tied. But it's very weird. To put in perspective, yeah, it's just basically hog tied at this point. Even if he manages to teleport out, he's still got to contend with a rope. Anyways, so each of you, after Vera quick rushes in to check to see if the ropes are nice and tight, which they are quite well tied up. Which is surprising consider how big and muscular, or not, how big and
Just
strong Parias is. You wouldn't expect him to be able to do such not much of actually. Most people wouldn't assume that a big guy would be able to do this intricate sort of rope work, but it's good. So yeah, Hajime, Flint, and Vera, what do you guys do at the moment with the while you're there on the crime scene? You just keep
Flint
watch.
approaches
I'm gonna
Lucid.
search his body and ask.
to absolutely confirm if this is
Lemon
the
chopper.
guy.
One moment. Okay, got that. And Flutter, you're saying?
I'm going to search the body and ask if he was carrying anything.
All right. Parias, Lucid, was he carrying anything?
he was.
Who was asking this question?
Vera.
Yes, he was armed, but we have. What's the proper word in this situation?
Don't run us out.
Safely procured or safely stowed away.
Yes,
Or
Disarmed.
disarmed.
we have disarmed the culprit. Yes.
Can I examine the equipment? There might have been something there telling us why he did or what he did or how he did it.
Not until we can interrogate him.
Well, it might be good to. Actually, I'm just sort of chiming. It might be good. It might be a good idea to maybe poke through his notes and stuff or things to find some clues. Yes.
Did he have hello?
And Noel says, it doesn't make a fucking difference. He's still going to be executed in the Iranian Union, considering. I think he's. What the fuck is he?
Lucid.
I do not know who he is, but he appears to be a fallen Asimar.
Yeah, he's fucking dead. Oh boy. Nolan's just like, I'm wiping my hands of this shit. I'm gone. You guys have fun. I'm gonna go see if the guy's family's nearby, so I can maybe have a drink with. Actually,
Well, they're good brothers. And
yeah.
there are many
That's-
possibilities that's what could happen.
Yeah, actually, that's true. If we're dealing with like some sort of
He could have had previous victims that we can coax out of him, or out of his notes. Anything really.
that came up in my brain. Like, he might have. I can go and have some fun social drinks. These just sort of walked back to you guys with a grumpy face. As Benor just sort of looks around.
Pierre gives him a sympathetic smile and says, "He calls."
Yeah. And Benor sort of actually asks, because Price currently has him tied up, and asks if she can place a hand, not like in any dangerous way, but place a hand on this culprit.
Sure.
I have no objection.
All right.
Just as long as you know what you're doing.
She places a hand on the culprit's head, as she cocks her head back a little bit. That is quite interesting.
And is this about that whole dice thing or whatever?
Not just that. You said you disarmed him.
At least physically.
Mostly.
He has I'm sensing foreign magical objects inside of him. A lot of foreign magical objects.
Oh, so this guy's a smuggler too. I didn't know he kept the one fireball up his
No.
ass.
I'm sensing evocation, transmutation.
No, that's out of character.
Illusion.
I didn't put on the accent.
Yeah, sorry. She's sensing transmutation, evocation,
Would a
enchantment,
would
illusion.
Would a dispel magic get rid of these weapons? Like poof them next to him?
No, because dispel magic dispels spells.
Nope, this needs surgery.
Well, Flint, you're the surgeon.
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's probably more like a pocket dimension, like the Warlock's
Do you
path of the blade.
You see that?
I ask, is it like how I can poof my weapon in and out of its own plane or something?
She gestures for you to come to her for a moment.
She hesitantly does it.
All right, she gestures for you to kneel next to her.
She does.
All right. She reaches over your hand and says, "May I?"
Yeah.
She grabs your hand and, with your permission, she places it around his cheek. Make a general perception check. With it normally, because it would normally be with disadvantage because this is But you're receiving assistance from Benor. Yes, perception with just normally.
12.
You feel grooves, almost like engravings in his skin. Not so much in his skin, but in his bones and skin. Almost like wire, almost like parts of like engravings in enchanted weapons and things like that.
He's carved runes into his bones
and his skin. If we were to attempt to remove them, he would very likely die.
May I see?
Yeah, she lets you and guides her hand over. She doesn't guide your hand. She just lets you touch it yourself because she's already made her point with one person.
Mm-hmm.
She's just good.
What do you suggest then?
put him inside of a lead cell and make sure that no one speaks to him. He's already guilty for being in Fallen Azamar. Even if he didn't commit the murder, he's guilty of another crime entirely. And Viva, make a perception check with disadvantage.
I have advantage for my equipment.
Right. So roll normally.
25.
Wow.
Yeah, you can feel it a little bit more intricately as, yeah, that's. Oof, that you can imagine that was probably very painful to get onto his body. Make an Arcana check if you want. Actually, anyone in the party can, if you're proficient.
I'm actually going to
Arcana
have
and
Flint
medicine.
BRB in order to request for a scroll of Zone of Truth at the highest level possible.
Alright. A guard can get that for you if need be. But in the meantime, anyone who's proficient in both Arcana and medicine may roll Arcana to see what they know about these sort of implants. Or medicine
I actually,
for...
I actually know the spell Zone of Truth.
Actually, I'm going to
Never
roll
mind, that saves
medicine.
some resources. So yeah. So if you're proficient in both Arcana and medicine, doesn't have to be like expertise or anything like that. You can roll Arcana to see what you know about this sort of thing. Oh, and no, sorry, it was refreshing my roll 20 because I was getting some stuff. So
I have chosen to roll.
yeah, so let's see here. You're good, mate. It's all right. So, all right, 12, so 15, 17, and 21. So Lucid, Hajime, and Viva. As you sort of actually, is Lucid proficient in medicine as well as Arcana?
No.
Then you didn't have to roll. You couldn't have rolled. Sorry. You have to be proficient in both medicine and Arcana for this.
Mention that before you say you can roll Arcana.
Yeah, I did.
So I can't get anything just from the roots.
Well, if you want to roll Arcana in terms of like history of this sort of thing, or in terms of like just arcane circles, like in like rituals, I'll give you an explanation. So actually, Master Duke, is Hajime proficient in Arcana and medicine?
She's an expert in Arcana, but she is proficient in that.
You just need to be proficient. That's fine. So, Hajime, you think about it, and this sort of stuff, engraving your body with arcane runes in order to store spells or be able to do certain supernatural feats, that's not uncommon. Some people do it like with tattoos, ritual scarification, and with like living construct races. You know, it's sometimes takes the form of like actual physical engravings or acid etchings on their body, or even paint. Even just a paint job can be magical when done properly in such a way. This goes beyond that. This goes beyond scarification. This goes beyond tattooing. This goes beyond engraving. This is like intentionally sort of having. Think about like as as Benor sort of goes checking across all of his body and revealing that the entirety of his skin and the entirety of his skeletal structure has these engravings. You imagine that the process for this had a very, very should have a very, very high mortality rate. Like most people will die, and it would be a miracle for you to survive. Though thinking about it
requires some very fucking skilled doctors.
Well, that too. Even with skilled doctors, even with incredibly skilled doctors, this is very deadly. This is a very deadly procedure, and even then, even if they survive, even that the recovery time and the recovery itself would be hellish, because you're going to be feeling the pain of like your skin, like foreign objects in your skin, as it sort of heals around, and it's just not good. It's not fun. It's this guy's on a whole other level of self-augmentation
So
or body
here's
modification.
I have a question. I and Huntsmen have a question. So if would this possibly be from initiation, right? Could this be like with the travel agency? Could
Maybe, maybe this is something he just chose to do on his own, like on his free time, to make himself more effective as a killer. You're not
If
sure.
the travel agency has a lot of members, they are most likely not doing this shit all with every single one.
Yeah, this sort of, plus this sort of stuff is immensely expensive. Anyways, and with Vera, you sort of think about it, and not sort of like a medical thing, but actually, just pure like, Arcana. This goes beyond, standard stuff that applying tattoos onto your body in order to spells or to perform supernatural feats. That itself is not unheard of. In fact, many cultures are okay with it, except for the Chicago Roll Empire. They're very iffy on that, treating the body as a temple and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's just this is something else. This guy is either insane, very devoted, has a very strong sense of will, or just immensely lucky.
Most likely immensely lucky.
Likely, yeah. Anyway, so. Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to disrupt the runes without killing him?
Dispel magic.
Oh, that would be a simple prospect. All we would have to do is just face them a little bit.
Yeah. Dispel magic wouldn't work. Maybe for like some of them, you're not entirely sure what the sort of level of augmentation or what exact augments he has.
I'm pretty sure Dispel magic isn't going to work for the most important of them.
Can we tell what the...
A person would have enough common sense to have that behind a few walls.
One moment.
So to
Lime Chopper, one moment. Yes, Flutter, you're saying?
Can we tell what levels the spells are?
That would require an identify. And even then, you might only get like one section of it. You have to cast it like over every inch of his body because it's not only applied to his skin but also his bones. Getting to the bone, that's going to be even more tricky.
Could these spells be counterspelled if they were used?
If they were spells, yes, but if they're like supernatural abilities, no. Unless you had a spell specifically made for those sort of supernatural abilities, like catch breath or something like that. Anyways,
here's a crazy question: does anyone?
There's one thing I almost forgot to bring up. The only thing you can think of that would be able to shut down all the magical augments on them would have to be an area of let's see, was it anti-magic? Anti-magic.
I was just about to ask about that. That was my question. Would an anti-magic field work? Is there anyone on the ship a high enough level to cast that?
Oh, most definitely.
It's an 8th level spell, so that's something
we
you
have
can
20th level people on this boat.
You have
There's somebody there that can do it.
20th level person here, and that's the culprit, mind you.
No, there was also the old lady, but she's not a spellcaster.
She's a fighter.
She's a fighter, yeah, not a mage.
Unless there's a Deus Ex Machina of like someone with a spell scroll of anti-magic magic field.
Do you have something you want to say? Revocable?
Huh?
Was there something you wanted to say?
Oh, we'd only need a 15th level spellcaster.
Yeah.
Only.
I thought it was...
field? Revocable?
Well, that sounds like it's even more likely.
Revocable?
What?
Doesn't your armor have an anti-magic ability?
No. Well, yes, but no.
It had a specific prerequisite. Yes.
Yeah, it only affects. Yep.
Yeah. So,
And there were-
and I don't know if Price would be okay with the guy
No.
being inside the suit.
No, for multiple reasons.
Inside his
No.
armor. Okay. Yeah.
For every single
So
reason.
moving on. Yeah. So moving on. So eventually, as you guys are sort of checking the scene, you sort of talk to each other about like how could we neighbors, how you guys could safely like deactivate his augments or prepare to counter any spell. You see the familiar elvish investigator who appears to be appears to have like some sort of foam like around like one corner of his lip and like it looks like a black eye on one. His left eye is blackened, probably from sort of fighting. Has some bruises on his hands and face. He approaches like, hey, you caught the person who might have likely performed the murder. Why is he in a dress?
Don't know.
Complicated took on a female form earlier.
Right. I want to believe that, but I've been having a bit of a day. Oh god. Okay.
I've swam in pools of blood. I consider you strange to freak out about such things.
He points to you, Flint. That is concerning. We should.
I do
I'm
so
not
in
even
order
going
to
to ask.
contact my patron.
I didn't need to know that, but thank you anyways. Okay.
You look like you're not having a good day.
Yeah, I had to apprehend to another similar shape changer.
Another.
Very similar attire.
That is concerning.
Yeah, okay, you got him tied up. I'll bring him, follow me, so we can bring him to some
guard
area we.
I
No, the guard
sent
station.
a guard in order to get a scroll of Zone of Truth at the highest level possible.
That's fantastic.
Is that anywhere here?
That's fantastic. We'll need multiple uses of it for the full battery of questions. Oh god, this is gonna be one hell of a day, isn't it? Why can't I get easy jobs?
Sir, I would like to consent the use of lethal force.
No,
Before you go,
we're just guards. We're not inquisitors. We're not law enforcement. Not official law enforcement. That's for the Avrani Union to take care of. If it tries to end up killing you guys, you can defend yourself and kill them yourself. You're gonna get a finger wagging probably from inquisitors, but I don't fucking care anymore.
The man is going to die either way.
Yeah, then let him at least go through the process. I'm sorry if I'm coming off as snappy. Let's follow me. Let's bring him to the place we have set up for questioning and imprisoning
One
these
moment.
guys.
There you are. You look like you needed that.
You place your hand on him, and he looks like he's quite surprised as you cast Cure Wounds on him. You Celestial Warlock? A healing wizard? I don't know.
I have found methods of converting healing magic to wizard knowledge.
Okay, that's fine. Alright. Don't want to know more about that. Let's just focus on the job, as he'll just sort of gesture for all of you to come. Essentially, he brings you down the hall and down 2 floors. To looks like a repurposed gymnasium. There appears to be 2 sections. There appears to be 2 separate rooms. One in the men's room and one in the women's room. He sort of looks around, looks at both of them. Right. God. I hate my job sometimes. I love it, but I hate it. So, bring him into the men's restroom. The other culprit is female, so you're gonna have to deal with that. Yes, Flutter, you were saying something?
I was going to say that I have to go pick my dad up from work. I'm about
Alright.
6, so she can't do it. I guess I'll excuse my character by saying that she's gonna go and check to make sure, just see if there might be any other shapeshifters or something.
Yeah, that's fine. He's like, yeah, good idea. Be safe. One of the guards can come with you, or yeah, I'll send some guards to come with you.
Yeah, and maybe well, I'm out today. And maybe Benora should come with in order to because of her ability to use magic.
Yeah, she'll do so. All right, and with that, okay, take care.
And
All right. Meanwhile, with you guys, so the elf sort of shakes his head. All right, so for obvious reasons, I can't let the men folk of you enter the women's restroom. But legally, Mr. Is not registered as male or female, so he can go in whichever way he
Hell,
wants.
construct benefits.
So, unfortunately, you're only going to be allowed to go. You're able to go in either room.
Fortunately, I'm also not good at getting information out of people.
He's not a man. He's not a woman. He's a rock.
Yeah, so he doesn't fall under any of the legal things, so he can go in either room, whichever he prefer. Prefer.
Would an alter self bypass this?
No, because that is not your original form. That is the transmutation, and that itself is using transmutation or any sort of form of magic to gain access to an area you're not normally supposed to is considered an illegal offense, and at best a very light felony.
A misdemeanor.
More of a misdemeanor, yeah. It's a misdemeanor offense.
A misdemeanor?
A misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor.
A misdemeanor, okay? Whatever. Make fun of my accent all you want. Either way. So,
They don't
Hajime,
say
you are only
misdemeanor.
allowed to enter the misdemeanor. It's probably the mic. Anyway, so, unfortunately, Hajime, because she's female, can only interview the female culprit. Because
Okay.
they don't want to get in any legal problems because, well, the Inquisitors have ways of finding things out.
Hey, am I allowed to go, like, I don't fucking know, do rock things for about 8 hours now?
Rock things?
Yeah, rock.
Take a long rest.
He only needs 4 hours.
Vibrate.
Long
I do only need 4 hours, that's true. But, can I go, like, do that? I have 6 spells for level 1.
You could use a short rest and use your arcane recovery.
Yeah, that'll get me, like, maximum 1/6, yada yada, there's recovery stuff, and that's nice.
Actually, you can't get a 6.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's only the second.
Yeah, it's 1 through 5th level spells that you can regain.
Yes. But even still, I would rather have all of them, please.
Just in case?
I don't have any.
I mean...
Alright, sure, you can... He'll point to, like, one area of the corner where you see, like, some elves, like, in meditation.
Hell yeah.
Like, one... looks like a... You sort of take it aback because you actually see an elf orc.
Oh, that's...
Also in meditation.
A dwelf?
A dwelf?
No, elf orc.
What's the...
Elf orc. York.
Oh, God.
York.
That's awful.
Or a Yorf.
That's...
like a muscular elf.
Orf.
A very muscular elf with orcish face and
tusks and the long ears.
Yes.
Oh God!
And also amazing hair.
I feel so bad for this guy.
Which of
I
the
don't fucking-
circles did you crawl from?
Hey man, it's a free country
Do prepare
in
to use.
the Serenian Empire. There's no law. Actually, in most countries, in all countries, there's nothing against who you can marry. You can marry a fucking sentient dog, and no one would give a shit because it's a
Hell.
sentient creature.
Man, fucking biologicals and their goddamn sexual reproduction, creating these half-breeds.
I know, right?
Why can't you just, like, exist?
Like,
Anyways,
that's just
moving
killing
on.
a lot of other shit.
Anyways,
that kills a lot.
moving on. Aside from organics problems, you guys. So yeah, you're shown there, and all right.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna go 5 now.
Yeah, they don't have any pillows or mats, so unfortunately, you're just gonna have to sit on the cold wooden floor.
My body is colder.
True. Fair enough. Anyway, so, Hajime, are you just going to interrogate the other culprit, you guys didn't capture, or?
I think so. She'll ask the investigator, like, what is this one accused of? Like, what do I need?
She caused the problems. She snuck into a captain's quarters and held the captain at gunpoint with a cannon.
Captain.
Yeah, the captain. He held him at cannon point with 2 hand cannons, mind you, not light cannons. I believe the technical term is flintlock. Whatever. He had flintlock point. Whatever. Threatening for them to turn off everything on the ship or something.
Gun?
Yes,
Gun?
with a gun. Yes, with a gun. It's better that you see her. Honestly, I don't want to have to deal with her again. She gave me and she gestures towards what is, for the most part, sort of healed up black eye. He's like, you gave me this, so yeah, I'm gonna just prepare the other room. As he walks over into the men's restroom, and I'm assuming you let the other guards who came with you to carry him, right?
I was just carrying his prize.
Are you gonna let is Price going to let the other guards carry the culprit?
To this location?
No, into the men's.
Into the room? Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. All right. They sort of kind of give like one of them gives like a weird gives the culprit like a weird look. Seriously, dress up all things like you could even for a good dress shirt. And the elf sort of says, "Not now, boy." Is it fine?
Boy.
And he just and the two just carry him inside, and so Hajime, are you gonna go in?
I think so.
All right.
Is
the other guys are either doing yes.
I was gonna ask, is she like unconscious?
You don't know. You don't know yet. If you ask the investigator, he would be willing to answer.
Yeah. I mean, I would ask. That's kind of the idea.
All right. Yeah. He tells you. Yeah. No, she's conscious. We had to gag her and bind her. Just remove the gag, and you should be safe. Hello.
Turns out my dad has a ride home tonight.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear. All right, moving on. So there's a male and female culprits. The female one is in the women's locker room. The male one is in the men's locker room. Only those who have only the male characters can enter the male section, and only the female characters can enter the female section, unless you're like Lucid.
Gender equality to interrogation.
Where sex doesn't exist. with them. So, yeah, it's like so. Yeah. Also, the word. Yeah. So anyway, so Vera, do you return, or are you just going to check the ship for any possible other culprits?
I'll check the ship later.
So anyway, the culprit we busted is now being locked behind the female room.
Yeah. The investigator informs you that they're currently all the guards are on alert, and some civilians are currently causing problems. So it's going to take much too long for backup to arrive for you. So it's probably best that you stay here, unfortunately, because he would really like for someone to actually be looking for any shape changes on the ship. But it's understandable considering the situation.
If you go look around, Vera, I believe I can handle the person on my own.
I mean, it might be useful to have some backup as well. A good cop, bad cop, because
Yeah,
basically,
it's never a good idea to do these things alone. Besides, I can cast a zone of truth.
yeah, that
Yeah.
this is true. So does Vera join Hajime in this interrogation of the female culprit?
Yes.
All right.
Plus, as I recall, Hajime is a child, so...
Yeah, possible legal problems there. So both of you enter, and both of you sort of see not against a corner, but in the middle of one section of the women's locker room, what looks like a woman, but looks like around their mid to late 20s, with pure white skin, pure white hair, and pure white eyes. She appears to have what looks like dots across her, almost look like freckles across her nose and cheekbones, and her chin, and her cheeks, as well as it looks like a bruise starting to form on the upper left part of her forehead. She appears to be wearing what looks like a yellow summer dress, and doesn't appear to have any weapons. Oh, and of course, what looks like some sort of Oresian style footwear, which Hajime would easily identify as sandals due to the Oresian Empire, being the inventors of them and all that. But not the inventors, but one of the more prevalent people who use them. Either way, so whether you see that, this woman sitting in the chair in the middle of the women's locker room with a yellow sundress and sandals. No socks though. Hey, what's it to you? Where's the pretty boy? Huh?
She was gagged.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot she's got my brain. Sorry. I've had a bit of a long day, and I also forgot because of the Kingdom's game. Anyways, moving on. Yes, she's gagged. She's So if anyone who wants to can either roll a nature to identify what she is.
A nature. Do I gain this advantage?
Nope. Actually,
No.
yes.
Okay.
So, Flutter, would you like to roll nature to see what she is, or are you just going to rely on Haji for this?
I'll aid her, actually.
Okay, so you have double advantage in case if you normally have disadvantage.
But this also lets me do this.
It's in the ether, I think.
Yeah, just give it a moment. I got
Take
28
take a
bonus.
+4 bonus.
All right. Yeah, because your ability with your feats, yeah. So, yeah. Wow, it's taking a while. So, you guys, hear of any anything? Okay, there we go. So, 24. You actually recognize this. What this person is. She is a changeling. They are endangered, and mostly because their skin and many parts of their body can be used for making magic items like hats of disguise, or sometimes even glamored studded leather armor. They're very recently been given a legal protection internationally because of how endangered they are. In fact, basically.
Huh.
Yeah. Which is odd, that she's here because by legal standards, changelings don't have really a sex organ. I mean, they can, or at least a single designated one. They can shift and change their body parts and appearance at will. So one moment they have the JJ, one moment, next thing you know, they have a ding dong.
She probably identifies as female. This is her this is her true form. Well, she prefers to be a female.
Yeah. So she just gestures towards both of you with glaring eyes.
This is really creepy, but I want to see if she has any of the bone runes.
All right.
What?
You just put your hand on her face or something like that.
Yeah. Can I roll an intimidation while I'm doing this?
That'll be okay. Fine. Sure. Perception with disadvantage and an intimidation normally.
Let me do the perception first.
Okay.
10. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
I could try.
Sure.
I'm doing it without disadvantage because of my equipment.
In that case, let me just roll for severity for this.
Oh, that's persuasion.
Does a modifier? Is it intimidation, please?
10. Yeah.
And intimidation is not with disadvantage, so. Jesus Christ. Yeah?
Anti's re-rolling it. What do you mean?
Does 10?
Alright.
Does 10 show me anything, or is he
You can feel normal bone structure, or as normal as a changeling should have.
That's much better.
If as normal as what this woman appears to have. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Yeah, she's actually quite thin, which is a bit odd at first, but I mean, changelings can also change the amount of how their body fat sometimes at will.
So I have a 22 in perception and a 10 in intimidation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a limit, but they can do it to certain degrees. But yeah. So let's see here. Vera, you sort of so Hajime, you sort of immediately rush up and try to feel around. Same with you, Hajime. You actually feel around, and keep in mind her being a changeling. Don't feel like anything unusual. Her skin feels fine. And with your intimidation, you sort of open her eye and sort of stare at it, and she appears weirded out now. She's sufficiently weirded out. And Vera, you sort of feel around, nothing out of the ordinary. No, nothing, no foreign objects in her muscle or anything like that. Anyway, so she just sort of just sort of trying to scream, trying to yell, say something under while she's gagged.
Right.
By the way, did you ever roll against that Zone of Truth?
Oh, you didn't cast it quite yet.
I told you I was casting it. I mean, it's not like I...
Oh, right. In that case...
Yeah, I don't roll anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. Give me a moment.
I mean, I guess I could do that.
They fail. You can tell they fail. They just mark off the spell slot, and... Okay. Yeah, just mark off the spell slot. She's failed. She rolled a 3, and even with her bonuses there, she doesn't nearly get close to even a 10, so...
Oh.
So anyway, so what do any of you say anything or do anything?
Hajime would be the first.
Her for implugs. Okay.
Hajime would be the first one to speak up. I know your friend has the runes on grafted onto his skin and bones. Just didn't want to just want to make sure you didn't have them as she undoes the gag.
Oh,
Undo.
I got my fucking rights, okay? You can't do this to me. Also, what the hell are you talking about? Wait, did Sally? Oh fuck, Sally. Oh, be fucking Sally. Fuck, bitch. She got weird shit. Didn't even tell me. Wait, why am I saying this? She just grumbles to herself.
She got what? I didn't quite hear you.
She got weird shit and didn't even tell me. As she starts to grumble to herself. Making a weird and unholy noise. Not literally unholy, but you know what I mean. Oh, Master Duke, adjust the audio, please.
Oh,
On
yes,
your end,
of
because I'm
course.
going to be playing some noir music.
Just prepare.
Oh.
Alright. Oh, shit. Scheisse. Well, anyway, so she just sort of. Why do I feel weird? I really shouldn't have had that. That's probably that fish I had this morning. It was probably too raw. Wait, why am I saying this? What do you guys do? I got rights. You can't do this to me.
You kind of forfeited those when you assaulted the captain of the ship.
Keep on. Keep on trying to act dumb. I know what you twos are.
What are we then?
Fucking slavers. I'm come on, checking my body, checking to see if I had any imperfections in my skin. You know, I know how high changelings go in the black market nowadays. Okay, I'm not going. I know exactly what you guys are. There's no convincing me otherwise.
I mean, look, all we want to do is clear this whole murder investigation, okay?
Wait, murder? Fucking bitch.
Perhaps you can tell me what you know of start off with the recent murder that happened.
Well, for one, I didn't murder anyone. Then that's probably what you want me to say, so that way you can end up making me say things I don't actually want to say, don't mean to say, so that way you can make me seem like I'm saying things that you want me to say. I know how this works, the whole reverse psychology bullshit. Ha! I am. Look, I've been alive for a long enough time to know who does what. So, yeah. Try again, fat girl.
I'm getting tired of this aggression.
Hang on, can I make a persuasion check?
What would you like to say?
I would like.
You don't have to say it word by word, but you kind of give a synopsis of what you're trying to say. Flutter, are you there?
Hello?
Oh yeah, it cut off a bit there.
Okay, just 1 second. I'm just looking at my format. There it is. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to. I'm going to use my diplomat feat here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could just try to persuade her normally, but let's add a little extra thing to it.
Okay. And
I'm going to tell her,
Mhm.
listen, neither of us want to be here. Uh, we're on your side here. All we want to do is make sure that we got, that nobody else is going to get hurt, and if you cooperate with us, that'll make things a lot easier.
Oh, and it looks like we're going about it the same way, but different, taking different paths.
And I'm going to have her roll a wisdom save against your charmed person, Master Duke. So, one moment.
Hmm.
Damn, my phone is charging. She rolled a. What's your DC?
19.
Well, she rolled a 19, and that's not adding her bonuses from wisdom. She beats your charmed person. Just.
How about her insight?
Alright. Let's see here. I mean, I think a natural 1 fails it, so.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, she sort of gives you a dirty look, Hajime. She sort of relaxes as Hajime, as Vera starts to talk her down a bit. I imagine you explain the situation and all that.
Exactly.
Right, she sort of, actually, yeah, she just sort of takes a look and sort of nods along as she's starting to process everything. Shit. Oh fuck! Oh god! No, I hate myself. Oh god! I knew Margaret. Marge. Wait. Oh, you put a spell on me, didn't you? She says to you, Vera.
Only to tell the truth.
Some days I wish I didn't have to deal with any magic, because I think everything would be a lot easier, but life just doesn't work that way. I know that more than anyone. Yeah, I knew her. She and I go way back. When I used to, before the whole bill passed for changelings to be protected by every single country, I was disguised as a teacher. I taught her, and she ended up finding out who I was. But she was a good kid. She actually was there for me when I told everyone what I was. Oh god, I called her a bitch. Fuck. Oh, our ghost's gonna haunt me. But you're still a bitch, she says to you, Hajime. It's a mean bitch.
I'm not here.
Well, she is a child. She doesn't necessarily know better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
I don't. I am fully aware of what I'm doing. I did want to cast a spell on you because I'm a little tired of this whole process. Just want to make it a little bit speedier. The whole oh woe is me. Yeah,
When you get the entire underworld hunting after you, and several angry parents sending informing said people in the underworld to where you are every single waking moment of every single waking day, you start to get a bit paranoid. Yeah.
No, that's neither here nor there.
Whatever. Let's just call it even.
Yeah.
When I get to know parents. Shit, I told her to stay away from weirdos and freaks. Myself not included. I call myself a unique individual, but you know what I mean. She begins to hang her head a bit as her hair sort of dangles off, covering up most of her face. I didn't even get to say goodbye. She takes a deep inhale as she raises her head back and looks towards the ceiling as she blinks several times. All right.
Why would she do this? Why would she just go about killing someone like that?
I didn't kill anyone. All
No,
right.
she. I said she.
Oh, she as in who? The girl?
Yeah.
No, she. There's no way she could have killed someone. She's too much of a party animal to do something like that. She's what you normally call a free spirit. She's even when everyone else told her not to do something, even especially me, she just went out and did it because she trusts people. Mortals.
She had enough weaponry on her to arm an entire guard platoon.
I'm sorry. Okay, who are you talking about?
We're talking about the fallen Asmar.
Fallen. Okay, first things first. I've known a lot of people. I generally know to steer clear from those. I don't know who you're talking about, unless it's one of those criminal psychopaths.
When you,
Out of character,
when
we
you-
are talking about the same person, right?
She appeared to be talking about a different person. Yeah.
She, Hajime, kind of steps forward and asks, we're talking about two different people, aren't we? Yeah? The other person we have arrested was a fallen Asima.
Yeah, I was talking about my dead friend. You know, the one I knew known ever since she was a kid. The only one who gave me any respect is a stretch, but the only one who actually stood up for me when my job was on the line. Yeah, her. She was. She mattered a lot. Not in like a romantic way. No. More like a sister.
Out of character, just remind me, this person and the culprit were both wearing the same thing, right?
Similar things. Hers was a lot less sort of the Fallen Azimar's was like a full sort of Victorian attire. Hers is exposes some more skin, like around her shoulder or like along her sleeves and things like that. It's a summer dress. She was wearing. Well, the lady was like wearing much more formal attire. Yeah.
Did we ever find the culprit's weird leather suit?
No. And maybe it's the dress that he's wearing right now, but yeah. Chimes in. All right, what do you want to know?
Why are you? The biggest thing is why are you being accused of attacking the captain?
I wouldn't say I attacked him, because that would imply I spilled blood on him. No, I just threatened to blast his skull clean off his head if he didn't do what I wanted him to do.
That's still assault, but okay.
Yeah, potato. Sort of says as she looks away. Look. Anything else?
Yeah, she's gonna continue pressing. So, you held him up with a flintlock. What sort of sparked this altercation?
Well, for one, I hadn't seen Marge in a few days, and I heard rumors that the captain usually gets very handsy with girls, like around her age.
Was there any Was there any
How's-
solid proof beyond accusations?
Bitch, please. You think Captain would be so dumb to leave? I mean, actually, he's a guy, so never. No. Yeah, I know I had plenty of reason to. He's a captain of a ship. You could probably get somebody to throw away an innocuous bag of trash if it was her. Just easily.
So you held the captain over rumors of what could have happened.
Yeah, and also because no one would let me into her room. I thought maybe he was just trying to cover up his tracks, you know? Kill the girl, toss her into the ocean, and just be done with it. And then have people protect the scene of the crime, while they clean it up. So yeah, went over there and gave him a piece of my mind. Gonna sue me for that? Fine. Go ahead.
Out of character. Never mind.
Zone of Truth is in effect, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's still under the effects of some truth.
She's telling the truth.
Or at least she's not telling a willing lie. She's not willingly telling a lie. Yeah.
Which cabin was hers?
She tells you the cabin number. It's like a floor. It's like 2 floors above, the culprit's room. It's like on the 4th floor.
And just to confirm, out of character, why do we think that this woman is related to the fallen Asimar?
Because she's wearing the same outfit and is a shapeshifter. It's
evidence.
It's circumstantial at best, but when you think of it, the captain has authority over the ship. He can turn off the ship, and by turning off the ship, that's turning off the force field.
Yeah, or the barrier. Teleporting out.
Yeah. So this is actually pretty serious when you have a teleporter or someone that can.
Does anyone ask the culprit that?
Yeah.
Alright, Flutter, how does Vera word it?
I'm gonna ask her, so you weren't trying to turn off the teleport shield.
No, I mean, if I don't have a way out at all through like magic, right? Because aside from she just sort of changes her face slightly, changing her nose to be somewhat longer, her lips become much more full, her eye shape changing a bit before setting it back to her preferred form. Aside from doing that, I can't really tear myself apart and make myself reappear somewhere else. You dig?
You might not, but that doesn't mean someone else can't.
Yeah. So, the girl was on the line. My sister was on the line, huh? I wasn't thinking about that.
Are there any other guards nearby right now?
No, they're like outside, and most of the guards are around the ship.
I'm going to send a telepathic message to Ryuk to fetch a guard.
All right. They will. In the meantime, any other questions, Flutter?
Not until the guard gets here. I do want to see if I do want to have someone take a look at this woman's room, and I want to also see if we can get her to see if this chainsaw to see if she can identify the fallen Asimar.
Sure. Does Hajime have any questions?
She may not have any questions, but she does want to do one last thing. She walks up to, walks up really close to the changeling, to the woman, and presents a good berry.
Fuck is that?
And I must apologize for how I acted just moments ago. As a token of my apology, I offer you a couple of good berries.
Make a persuasion check.
Normally?
Yep, normally.
Okay.
It would be with disadvantage normally. However, you're offering something in exchange, so yeah, it evens out.
With my 11 persuasion.
24. Looks at you up and down. Sure, kid. And she just lets you put it in her mouth because she's got her hands tied behind her.
She plops them. She plops them in there.
Oh. Weird. Okay. Do you have any questions? So does Hajime have any questions or no?
So just to recap, the victim was her friend, right?
Yeah. According to her account, best friends. Almost like sisters, because from what she said, she made sure that she kept her job when the bill passed and she revealed herself to be a changeling.
Do we have access? Do we have access? Yeah.
Okay.
She was friends with the victim. Yeah, it's fine.
So, do we have access to evidence right now collected?
Yeah. You do.
Because I want to request. The lipstick that was found, that was the victim's, right?
Yeah, it was the victims. And you hear like a knock on the door. I was called over.
Out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Were we ever in the victim? It was the victim's room that we. So we've actually been in that room that she mentioned.
Yeah, Ms. Hickman's room. Yes.
Okay. In that case, I wouldn't have called for the guard because I think I misunderstood.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, does Hotmail want to familiar go retrieve a female guard?
Pardon?
I was asking Master if Hajime wants to have her familiar go and retrieve a female guard.
Yeah.
Okay, they crawl down and go. Yeah.
I'm going to ask a shape changer.
Do we want a prison break the level 20 Azamar?
One moment. Lamb Chopper, you're not there yet. So, yes, you're saying?
I would like to ask the changeling if we remove or loosen your bindings, will he try to flee?
You serious?
I mean, sort of truth. You can't lie.
I'm saying that you're packing some steel. I'm guessing there are plenty outside packing some steel. I have my moments where I do stupid things, but I'm not suicidal.
Well, it seems to me as if this woman is. Well, I mean, she did it. She did attempt to assault the captain, but and that is a crime. But It seems to be like she has not is not involved in these murders. Does that seem about right?
Yeah, I mean, if I were there a little bit longer, if you were continuing giving me sass, I would be here for murder. Yeah, no, I probably would have killed him if he kept on talking.
Okay, let's see if we can introduce. Would you be willing to look? Would you be willing to take a look at the man who we believe murdered your sister to make sure that you don't recognize
Right.
him?
Well, not blood sister, but blood of the covenant's thicker than
Did
womb of the water.
Did I-
Yeah, she's
did I say
more
that?
like her. Yeah, you can say, yeah,
I thought I said friend. My bad.
yeah. It's fine. You're good.
Fear's like, oh, sorry, I was just thinking of.
Oh no,
Never mind.
it's fine. Actually, now that I think about it, not that she's gone, yeah, she's more like a sister to me than my own kin.
Believe it or not, I do understand you.
Yeah, sure. I'll see if I can pick him out in a crowd. See, hear like some scratching from like his skin against nails against skin. I haven't had anything in a while. Any guys got like a smoke or something? I'm itching for something.
Oh.
Yes, I'm doing the Brooklyn delinquent character.
Fear's going to say, you're talking to a holy paladin and a child. That's probably a no.
I mean, yeah, a kid probably has them. What? I mean, okay, look, I had students who partook in tobacco. I'm not gonna lie about that. But, they're fine, upstanding members of society. I think. Damn, I should actually probably try making more contact with him in the future. Fuck.
I mean, isn't it the stereotype that all druids smoke weed?
Not really, no. Some of them, it varies from country to country. The Eurasian Empire, oh yeah, but Serenian depends. They exist. It's not some sort of stereotype as but whatever. So yeah, she just. Well, I mean, fine. Probably don't even have any, but paladin. I know some paladins smoke. Okay, there's nothing to be ashamed of that. Everyone smokes. Every stressed out adult here smokes. Keep in mind this is Victorian era, so it's not exactly an uncommon belief. Not endorsing smoking, just setting wise makes it's consistent.
Right.
So do you unbind her?
I will, yes.
Alright.
So anyway, we giving this gal the prison break or the resurrection?
No. One thing at a time.
I mean, the reincarnation. That's the one that changes race.
Nah, she's got.
One of these options is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, plus she'd have to be dead. She doesn't want that. She sort of, after she sort of rubs her wrists. So what was that elf guy screaming about me being in a yellow dress? Like, okay, I know a lot of people can't pull off yellow, but she sort of gestures towards herself. I can pull off yellow. A pale white skin, ghosty white hair. That it fits with the yellow.
You're about to find out.
The other culprit was wearing the almost.
Okay.
I guess. I mean,
Weird.
She, whatever, was wearing the exact same outfit you're wearing.
No shit.
If anything, perhaps maybe to frame you.
Oh, sure, give away the dramatic reveal.
Okay. Well, I mean, Mars bought me this dress, and I only wore it because, well, Actually, I forgot the packs.
It's not a dramatic reveal if it can be a logical conclusion right now.
She ended up going on a shopping spree, and
Tell
you notice
what movie is that?
she begins to tear up a little bit. Getting lost all day because we couldn't find it. So then she begins to sit down in the chair and buries her face. As it appears the weight of that just happened is starting to hit her.
Out of character, where is the body right now?
The body is currently in a. They actually have a plate. They actually currently have it it's still at the scene of the crime. They're just they don't have any place to store the body, and they don't want it to sort of the crime scene. So, especially since Inquisitors are going to be coming over. So, yeah, potentially.
In character, I'm going to say, I'll do my best to see if I can let you see the body to say your goodbyes, but I can't make any promises.
Yeah, no problem. Fuck. That's one less friend in the world. What else is new? She's still just sitting there processing everything. Meanwhile, so Flint and Parias, the two of you are entering.
I mean, I guess that's apparently the case.
And then to locker, or are you guys not gonna? Sorry.
Oh, just one last question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing this in the bathroom?
It was the only place they could. It's not a bathroom; it's a locker room, and it's the only place that they have that's currently soundproof and specifically made so that way there's no evocation or anything like that here. Yeah, basically, the only safe place they can have to disarm any dangerous magical spells.
I would figure gender segregation would be beyond a case like this, but okay.
Now, even then, it would be kind of weird for some of them.
Who cares if it's kind of weird? Put the best
True.
people qualified for interrogation where they're
True.
supposed to go, regardless of gender. Gender equality for interrogation.
True, but Victorian, different standards. Anyway, so who is going to? So which of the male characters are going to interrogate the other culprit?
Imagine not going off to a room to just vibrate.
Just a vibe. Anyway, so Vukal, are you there?
Yeah, dude. Awaken.
I'll ping him.
So who's this fucking male culprit? If I can be given a reminder.
The fallen Azamar in the dress.
So the guy actually.
Yeah, the actual guy. Yeah,
Oh,
not the
The
family
guy
guy.
in-
The guy
the
in
guy
the yellow
in drag.
Yeah, there's a 50-50 chance this guy might just be killed. It depends on how much foresight I'll have.
Alright, okay, he's not there, so I'll just say he's coming with. Flint, are you going to interrogate him or no? One is Flint going to interrogate or no? Okay.
I would like to have some other person be there for assistance, primarily because Vulcable is not really directly here.
Yeah.
And
You can choose between
another NPC
Abdul-
character from your end that would be qualified for the job. So let's get
Yeah.
the guy.
You can make a choice between Abdul or Nolan. Abdul is, he's a charisma character. He can help you with social things. But then again, there's also Nolan who's
I
can
think
get rough if need be.
I think Nolan is too much of a person of interest. But I'm not there.
Case, but
Though
it's
Nolan
Flint's choice.
would be more cooperative if I were to suddenly pull the kill switch.
Yeah, true. And Nolan it would probably not be unwilling to cover for you. He's not entirely clean, remember.
Making this the right amount.
But then again,
I can get
Abdul
some
is a lot
unofficial
more
wiggle room for
calming.
lethal force, which
You
is
could probably
which is interesting because Flint's probably going to be very angry about this.
Nolan could probably can probably stress him out and certainly play the bad cop. But Abdul, he's usually pretty calm. He's pretty good at disarming people. So it's your choice between you want someone to provoke him, or do you want someone to calm him down so that way he's a lot more cooperative. Nolan to provoke and possibly make him crack, or Abdul to relax him and let him willingly give you information if need be. Oh, hello, welcome. Hello. Flint. So you, Price, are you going to be interrogating the fallen Azamar?
Does Flint have someone with him?
Yeah.
Choose.
Out of
Actually, here's the
character.
thing: you can choose Abdul or Nolan to go with you, or you can just have them wait outside so that way they can be there for backup.
Don't want Nolan to be in there because he's an ass.
Yeah. Abdul's a lot more calm generally.
Abdul's
too.
too. Yeah. Price kind of wants to do something else, so if Abdul can handle it.
Alright, you want
I
Abdul
will
to
have
go in your stead or no?
Abdul and Nolan. Though Nolan is more the cover-up guy
I'll say
than
this.
anything in case it gets
You
leaked.
can either take one or the other. You can't have both. Because mostly for my sanity, because I don't want to end up playing both characters. It's a lot easier on me.
I get it. All right, so I'm going to Nolan because he's more likely to scheme.
All right. Bryce, are you gonna go with them or not?
I mean, he's already got back. Price has something else he kind of really wants to do urgently.
Okay, go ahead. Then, in that case, so you sort of walk over to Nolan. How do you what's the term? How do you bring it up to him?
So you know that guy that gave you frostbite. Put it lightly.
I mean, it's more along the lines of I gave him frostbite, but sure.
Oh shit! Oh, see, I mixed the order of that up.
Yeah, he was the one giving the guy frostbite. He was the one with investiture of ice.
Anyway, switch that priority around.
So what do you say instead?
So you know that guy you gave frostbite, right?
Yeah, and
I'm going to be interrogating him, and I want your help. I want your help specifically. He begins to whisper, and then use minor illusion to create some sounds that would obscure what he's talking about to anybody that would be eavesdropping.
Okay.
If I kill him, I want you to cover it up. I want help in covering it up. Because this man is too dangerous to let live.
Looks you up and down. Mr. Golden Boy here looking to do something dirty. I'm in. He sort of cracks his neck a bit. All right. Show me where he is.
Right this way?
All right. So the two of you enter. And you see him currently tied down around his ankles, his hands behind the chair. He is gagged, and he appears to be conscious now. He just sort of looks at both of you.
I'll let you make the first move because you're better at extracting information than I most likely am. I'll
All
be
right.
here if you
Don't
need to
forget
calm
to-
down a bit.
Don't forget to mention the possible weapons he's storing in his bones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The guy might also be storing carved runes in his bones. He had a risky procedure and is now decked internally head to toe in magic runes.
Yeah, I heard that. Hold on a sec, as he sort of calmly walks over and... as he just calmly walks over with a smile on his face and just punches him in the groin, causing him to double over. He's like, yeah, not so nice, huh? That's for making me spill my drink. As he tosses him, onto the floor. As he dealt 13 force damage and 4 lightning. Oh, God, I'm getting tased to your nuts. God damn. Ooh. This is Nolan, so. Yeah. It's a nice when you're the receiving end of getting beat the ever living shit out of that. So my friend here's got some ideas. And so do I. I honestly share a lot of them. I think I'll let him do some of the talking. And step in when need be. Alright? Alright. He sort of pats your shoulder. You have some fun.
An unearthly chorus kicks in the background, muffling any and all conversation, even beyond the soundproof walls.
Right. And Nolan sort of just walks over to the door and locks it.
Shit, I need to. I'm not great at thinking. Nah, I shouldn't give myself self-negative credit. I'm just bashing myself for no reason.
Alright, what do you do? Rather, what does Flint do?
Death threat being immediate wouldn't make him cooperative with gaining information at all.
Alright, so what do you say to him, though? Or rather, what do you do or say? Because the chair is currently like on the floor, with him tied to it still.
Clint leans over.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna need the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
And you hear a knock on the door. And Nolan's just
Nolan,
says,
please
just
take
for
care
you
of
to
that while I take care of this.
He walks in and says, "Yeah, what's up?" You hear, "Oh, I got this girl that you asked for." Oh, yeah, sure, thanks. And just and snatches it out of his hands and just closes the door in front of him, and then walks it again, tosses you the scroll. Well, he said, "Take care of it." You didn't say be nice.
Question number 1. Who hired you to do this job?
Do you remember the gag?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
spell scroll. Truth and nothing. As soon as he gives the truth and nothing but the truth, a zone of truth is cast at the highest level.
Yeah, in this case, it is 5th level. That's the highest he was able to get.
Oh yeah,
Always
how
in
many
this
of
current
those
amount of
that
time.
we got?
So you only have 1 5th level and 2 first level, and 2 second level. Zone of Truths. So, okay. Let's see if he succeeds. First one. I mean, I don't think a natural one succeeds. So as you cast it the first time, it just because the details of the spell, you're able to tell. You know that he failed it. So what do you say?
What was your reason behind the murder?
Do you remove the gag on him?
Yep.
All right. He doesn't say anything. He just stares at you.
Silent treatment. Hey, Nolan, give him some frostbite.
The way you say it, doesn't sound as cool. But as he sort of rubs his hands
The results
together,
are going to be cooler than the name for sure.
Make an intimidation check with advantage because no one is helping you.
I'm sorry, was that unintentional?
Yes, it appears to have been so.
Intimidate.
So make an intimidation with advantage.
23.
And no one on this ship called the hit. Someone she knew, but no one on the ship. And he knows the accent is actually. Sorry, let me rephrase what he said. No one on the ship. No one on the ship, but it's someone she knew. And he knows the accent is actually fresh. Northern fresh, to be precise.
The same area the victim was in.
Same
or from.
same part of the country, yeah.
You're gonna have to be a lot less cryptic.
His form begins to shift and
is
change
Or
as
she. Or anyone else. Anyone else?
his shape begins to change, and he takes the guise of what looks like a Goliath woman. It doesn't change like his physical shape, as the rope binding is quite stiff, but it's almost like a roll of smoke sort of envelops around him as his body changes. As his accent changes, as he says, is you're going to need to be a little bit more convinced. The people who hired are very powerful. And even though I'm considering the situation, I am not exactly very accustomed to, how you say, uh, suicidal practices, yes. As his accent changes to that of someone from Erether.
Info I got so far, because I am half-clean, and sometimes I have trouble having information soak in sometimes.
It's fine. He's saying that he's not willing to disclose. You're gonna have to be. He said you're gonna have to be more convincing, because the people who hired him are very powerful, and he's not suicidal. So, even though he's in this current situation.
He then begins to whisper to Nolan.
So he leans in.
Using some minor illusions to create minor snippets of noises to, again, obscure the whispers.
All right, noted. What do you say?
So how do you think we're doing this extra convincing?
I think we're doing pretty good. So I remember the.
Do we tell
Did he-
him?
did
Do we
he-
tell him that we're killing him right now?
I mean, I'm not opposed to killing him, but I heard we're going to the Abroni Union, and I don't really want to have to deal with Inquisitors poking around. I mean, I'm still protected, but I don't want them to end up messing up my comb that I just got. Especially with he sort of wiggles his fingers as electricity sort of dances between them. Especially with this, fucks up my hair. So I'm not against it. Just I don't want to end up having to deal with Inquisitors knocking on my, brush. I'll cover for you though. As he rubs his nose and looks at the good man behind his shoulder.
What angle do you think we should tackle? I'm a bit
Good guard, bad guard.
lost.
Good guard, bad guard. I mean, it's being cooperative.
I'll be good for now.
I'll bash his nuts in if he ends up being difficult, just like before. As he winks towards the guy. He doesn't even the Asmor who's shapeshifted into a Goliath doesn't his expression does not change whatsoever. As he shifts into a Yuan Ti woman with orange hair, he flicks his tongue, as per something that some Yuan Ti do. Lead away, mister. Lead away. Hey, lead away, killer.
Ooh, that was a bad idea to leak out loud.
Oh, he just says, lead away, killer. Because he's being very, trying to set you up, trying to make you scary, but which will throw off, your whole nice guy act.
Shit. I was actually asking because I low-key don't really know how to do this extra convincing because I'm not an expert.
You can give me like the general thing of what you want to ask, and depending on what you want, I'll tell you how you respond. You don't have to tell me exactly word by word, but I'll tell you, basically what I'm saying is you can talk out of character. Say that. That's what Flint asks generally. Are you there, Lamb Chopper? Okay.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just... Alright, what if I have him make the room a bit more threatening in response?
How do you do that?
Through establishing a more tense atmosphere through the use of otherworldly chorus and a little bit of performance.
Sure. Roll a. Actually, no. This would be an intimidation.
Something that gives him the impression that he may or may not die if he doesn't give this information.
Roll an intimidation with advantage because you're using unearthly chorus in that way. Sort of making it discordant and making yourself seem more threatening, almost unhinged, but compared to Nolan, you're the more sane one. So roll with advantage.
25.
He sort of rolls his eyes at first, and then just stares at you. And then Nolan, who just starts like he puts his fingers
Oh yeah,
onto his
he's
chin.
also just fidgeting the sword at the moment,
Yeah, and
as
Nolan
if
just sort
it's
of
that.
yeah, and Nolan just sort of using his chin, he just pops each individual knuckle or each individual finger before snapping
So
his
you're
jaw.
not suicidal, eh?
Great. These kinds of people. Fine. You want to know who? You don't want to know. Fine. You want to know? I'll tell you, but you're not going to. As his form shifts to like some sort of dwarf elf, male this time. Oh, one moment.
Flint gets out some notes
Oh, sorry, roommates.
and proceeds to take some notes of every form he's transformed into, for example.
He sort of relaxes a bit as he again takes the form of a dwarf, and as he changes his accent. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say though. Oh, maybe get you more curious. I wasn't told all that much, so I said, why? But yeah, things change, right? Do you let him speak?
Oh, he's absolutely let to speak.
All right. He sort of says, the matriarch of the family called my bosses to kill him or kill her. Her own mom.
Flint seems completely unfazed.
Looks to Noel, who actually looks surprised and a bit disgusted. Yeah,
this is actually a minor intimidation tactic.
Yeah, I know, but Nolan is legitimately like surprised by this, so yeah, he gets it. Yeah, it's not exactly every day that a mother wants to kill their kid, so they want to say it, but it's different from saying and doing. Catch my drift?
Jed, what?
Yeah, he's saying yeah. It's he says yeah, it's not every day that your parents won't say like I really wish my kid were dead right now, but saying and doing are two different things. Anyways, he continues and says, I mean, job was simple enough at first. I just bought a ticket, get on board, got some identity, stuck to it. It was an easy job. And here's the thing, though. I got paid for something. Got paid off afterwards for for the same job but for a different person. He sort of looks at you, Flint. What is Flint's reaction?
Kind of this look that silently suggests go on.
And Nolan just actually interrupted in this. Want me to tell the whole story, or do you want me to skip to the good parts?
He is suggesting the whole story, every detail.
Right. So I walk in, start to befriend her, start hanging out. I ended up making some stupid. I ended up making some stupid joke about some of the servers being relatively attractive. Standard, sort of affair with very free-spirited girls. Talking about who's the hottest and that sort of thing, especially considering how young she was. What was the weirdest thing? Later on in the day, she knew that wasn't who I was. She didn't give a shit. In her words, that I was being more truthful with her than very few people she'd met. And over the course of the cruise, the more I got to talk to her, other ideas started popping up. And I showed her who I was, what I came here to do. So she paid me. So she paid me more. She paid me for me to kill her, but in a specific way, in exchange for something. He actually looks. You notice actual emotion start to flicker as Gaius changes that of a half elf. It's not exactly every day that you fall for someone and they hire you to kill you, hire them to kill them, hire you to kill them. In her eyes, it's either going to be me or some psychopath who's probably going to be more ruthless about it. So after, after a moment of passion, I did exactly what she wanted. Her reason for it was, her parents wanted her dead because she was too much of an airhead, and the youngest kid in the family. Apparently, from what she's sent out, they denied she even existed. So, next thing you know, she doesn't exist. Why not have a friend get everything clean? Because technically it's a murder-suicide. Or suicide. I don't know. It's weird, I guess. But I liked her, I think, at some point. And when I couldn't stay away. You guys barged in and fucked up everything, the whole mourning process. And I started to just... You see his eyes sort of glaze over. His face began to twitch a little bit. Apparently they brought over someone else that way to make sure I finished the job. And also to kill me. Because they probably assumed that I was already gonna get myself busted. I mean, I'm pretty effective. Don't get me wrong. I killed hundreds of people you probably never even heard of in places you were at. But my bosses probably pissed someone off if it wasn't that. So yeah. He is still under the effects of the truth, so what is Oint's response?
I find myself weirdly flustered, as I kind of expected there being more to the story, but I also... questionable absorption of information again.
To make it much more clear in that case, basically he was hired for the job to kill her by her mother. However, he got too close. He ended up developing feelings for her and her to him. And eventually, after he revealed who he was, or why he was there, who he perceived himself to be, and after she confirmed and saw that she's basically been an unperson from her entire family, she decided that it would be better for her. For the person she got to know to let it all end. However, the group also probably guessed that considering the scenario, he would probably get soft. So they sent someone over to kill him if he got too close, which is probably why he killed the gnome. Probably. It's a bit difficult to discern unless you want to ask more. Flint, Lamb Chopper? Oh, excuse me.
I got a knock at the door.
It's fine. So Lamb Chopper?
This might be a don't forget about the lipstick and ask why the mushroom. It's outside game. Outside, maybe shouldn't be really telling you, but it's pertinent information.
So do you ask him any questions? Because I explained that unless you want me to repeat what I said.
Flint writes down a few questions. What was the weird informational dead end that was the ask more?
Why the lipstick?
Why did he use?
Nah, that's not on there. It's obviously to sell the disguise. Why the mushroom would be more important.
She, despite her perceived airheadedness, she actually had a big interest in botany, and plants and stuff like that. So when she saw that they were serving something, we had already planned how she wanted everything to end. She made a last-minute change, actually. She told me afterwards. She told me that she'd eaten some mushroom, and told me that. Well, once she ate it, and after I did the deed, everything was going to get messy. It's all her idea. People would pay more attention to a corpse with fungus mushrooms growing out of an exploded part of her. He actually swallows a bit, and he swallows a bit and sort of reels his head forward a bit. Oh god. He says, oh god, under his breath. People pay more attention to a heavily mutilated body than just somebody who just showed up with a gash to their throat. More mystery. A bit macabre, but that was her. Do you have any other questions, Flint? Or Lamb Chopper?
Around the table, do you think any other questions would be actually important to address? Why the lipstick is just more additional stuff to drag?
I just want to confirm that the special way she wanted to die was her soul to be removed. Her to be destroyed.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Why the soul removal?
Good one.
She didn't want anyone to ask any questions. She wasn't dumb. She's from Resh. You know the shit that they do there. Speak dead and all that. She knew there was probably going to be someone on board who knew the spell, so she wanted to make sure that there was no way anyone would get any questions. And also because she had a big flair for the dramatic.
So what I got so far is Lass wanted to quietly but flashily die.
Yeah.
She was. I think I understand. She was she was the black sheep of the family and being ostracized. Her own mother wanted to send out a hit for whatever reason, the victim in question realized what was happening and instead paid him a higher amount to kill her because she did love him and knew that he was going to be killed. However, she wanted it to be done in a special way, i.e., the soul destroying and planting a mushroom in her.
The
for
mushroom
her own.
was the last minute change.
I don't think necessarily soul destruction.
Yeah.
Just
It was
like
soul destruction
it's
is soul
off somewhere
tearing.
else.
Yeah. It's just not in her body. Do you ask where the soul was or no?
Oh yeah, that's also another important question. I'm sorry you had to carry me through a lot of this.
Yeah, no, man, you're good. You're good. You've had a day. So.
It's
Does Flint
group
ask?
effort.
Yeah, it's a group effort.
Oh, absolutely. That's added to the list.
So, do
which
you
he
ask?
quietly shows.
Alright. He sort of flex it, tilts his neck to the side. Underneath my collarbone. I had something implanted there to capture souls if I ever needed it for like necromancy or if I need to make some gear on the go. Useful.
I'd like to roll Arcana if
It's that way.
if breaking the object would set the soul free.
Yeah, it's specifically the collarbone. So, Arcana, please.
I would like to.
Maybe. You want to use your reroll?
May I reroll that?
Sure. Yeah, well, you can use your once per session reroll.
Thank.
So it's a
21.
You've realized, okay, if you were to break his collarbone, where the soul is being stored, it would actually break the soul itself. And it would prevent her from going to the upper planes or to the hells, wherever her soul would normally be, depending on her religion, the religion she, or her personal beliefs, and or her deeds. It would essentially toss her soul into the void, damning her soul to be consumed by who knows what. So definitely mostly consider an evil act.
Well, that follows up with Well, that would follow up with another question. Can she interact with him now that she's in the collarbone or whatever?
No. She can speak to me. I agreed to the change in the job for one reason, for one stipulation alone. That if I were to tear her soul out, that I would be carrying her, so that way we'd always be together. As his face changes to that of a fetchling. A grey-skinned human with orange eyes and black hair. She can't speak to you, but...
May I use... Hold on, let me get things. Spells...
Speak with dead?
Actually, that would be interesting.
Do you have speak with dead?
So, though all the connotations with speak with dead would do I do it?
You could ask.
What do you, the council of other players, think?
Very little.
Would it even work?
I'd say roll an Arcana if you want, Flint.
Sorry, had to address reality. Anyway, Duke, other players around me, what do you guys think about pulling a Speak with Dead on the trombone?
I would, from a narrative standpoint, I would say wait until the changeling is there.
They're like incredibly close. I feel like hold up, you would know that the other changeling is there. It would be first your call in game if you want to use Speak with Dead now. I don't know if it can be recasted though.
And also, do you
My natural question is, how do I free the soul? Oh, see, would I be allowed to roll
Either-
another Arcana to see what to see if he knows that
with your
process?
21, with your 21, the only way to free her soul safely is for the host, the person carrying the soul, to die. And they both go
Oh, that's a
to
2 for
the same
1 then.
place together. Yeah.
But
Then you wouldn't be able to ask him any questions.
If you don't have
That's the 2 for 1 I
Speak with
wanted
Dead,
anyway.
Don't forget about Datora.
And Datura is currently somewhere else, guys.
Yeah, but we
Probably
can
streaming
request
too.
her.
Okay.
We can request her.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the rules are rules, but I think in this situation, we can find a way to.
There's the
Then- then-
loophole. There is a man and a woman there. There's the loophole.
The legal loophole, but that's with souls, not. Actually, no, yeah.
I can't have him cast Speak with Dead, and
1 moment, I'll be
would
right
this
back.
Speak with Dead in this case just be asking this soul, which is experiencing new stuff right now, way more directly compared to normal ass Speak with Dead, which can't process new experiences? Because that's a thing.
Anti is here. Can you repeat that?
With this Speak with Dead, I am directly asking the soul for questioning and whatever, and this soul is going to experience the afterlife and other things, and therefore can process new experiences, unlike how normal Speak with Dead is handled. So I want to know if she could keep up with a normal conversation when Speak with Dead.
The only problem with that is Speak with Dead requires the being able to speak. I don't know if that encases us just a soul itself. I don't think a soul can speak. I don't think it's a.
Well, she's in the jaw, right? So I'm assuming that she could. I am doing a heavy assume that she can just use his mouth.
I don't know if that'll work.
It's very questionable, very sus, and I'll have to be right back. If Anti comes right back, please ask him the questions I proposed.
I don't think so. It's not. He's not trapped in the jaw. It's the collarbone.
Ah.
So that wouldn't work in the first place.
Well, I'll need to be our back. Fuck.
Sorry about that. Connection issue.
I also need to give my dog his. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, connection issue. And also I need to give my dog his medicine, so I'll be talking on the phone on the talking while I'm doing that. So yeah, if there's any interruptions or anything like that, yeah. And I also got the app on, pulling up the app, so yeah.
Yeah. I know Flint had a question, but he's gone. He's gone momentarily, so I'll ask it for him. The speak with the dead spell, would that work considering the ghost, the soul doesn't have a mouth? Is it like Japanese mythology where souls can speak?
You'd have to well if you had something like I'd say this. With his 21, he would know that if he got like a skull or a skull-like object, while he could place it like roughly above it, and the spell would work. Because because that way it has a way of communicating. Since this body already is alive. They have like
Like a puppet?
like applying like more less of a puppet and more like setting up another screen on your desktop.
So we can use the body of the murderer to speak, to use the soul
Yeah.
to speak.
You just need to find a skull or a skull-like object.
Huh. A skull or a skull like
Anything new learned while I was gone?
You can cast. Yeah, I'll let Master explain it while I load up the syringe for my dog's insulin.
You can cast speak with the dead, and you could use the guy. You could use the guy as like a puppet, as like a
Or like as a direction, but you still need a skull.
It needs, so the spell needs a skull or a skull-like object.
Yeah, you need a
And
skull
you
or
can
skull-like
use-
object. So in
and
order
you
for
can
it to
use-
communicate.
And you could use his skull or skull-like object.
No.
No?
Oh yeah, how tied to the afterlife would these two lovers be? Would they end up in the
religion
same
check?
place or something?
Make a religion check.
Ooh, interesting. Could I have knowledge help me on this? Because religion's not the
No.
focus.
Oh, yeah, Nolan will help you. So what's the result?
Flint will have wait, Nolan can help?
Yeah, he's proficient in religion.
That's what I'm asking for. Okay, roll with it.
Just remember in the future
Religion,
that if you
22.
want someone to help you, ask before you act. Otherwise, just ask. Yeah, just as a note, before you actually roll, ask your ally or because hello, am I coming in?
Now you are, but you did blink out a few times.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Let me just repeat it one more time. Next time, just ask it before you roll, because otherwise I'll have to take that roll and use it.
Alright, thank you. I cleaned the session over a year, can't you tell?
Yeah, so religion with advantage is normal will help you.
22.
Yeah. Well, the host soul won't go to the same place, but the main soul, basically, the other soul will basically lead it. It's a practice that exists. It's considered very illegal because it messes with the natural order of things, of where people are supposed to go when they die and all that. So yeah, basically.
I would imagine that these two don't give a fuck and would probably do that anyway.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, one of them's is a contract killer, so yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily is already messing with shit anyway. He wouldn't give a fuck. Probably. I mean, contract adds some things in there.
Yeah.
So he's gonna naturally ask whether or not they are going to actually do that.
That was the plan, or it's my stipulation. I found to stay with her as long as I can, even after death, hopefully.
So I managed to get a great chunk of information, right?
I mean, that depends on your own personal opinion.
Is there more obviously to milk here?
If you've picked up enough questions, or for you to ask your allies, or sorry, your fellow players.
So Duke and others. You guys got any lingering questions? Before this guy ends up getting stabbed in the brain and then deceased immediately?
I think it's about time we bring the two together.
Still white lipstick.
Yeah, you gotta ask about that.
Oh.
You know?
Ask about what in the hunt now?
Ask about the lipstick. Because that was a weird part to them. And yeah.
And so now he just puts on a silly face, nonchalantly asks about the lipstick, and then aims a shot.
Aims a shot?
Aimed shot, I'm going to use his medical skills. He's purely prone. So a shot at the brainstem, killing him instantly, is possible. And
I'd say no. Not in this state.
Ow. Throw the wrench into
I mean, if he was sitting up straight, you should be able to sever the spinal column.
He would, but you'd have to go straight through the throat. Plus, you
through the back.
Plus, consider the following: you also have to go through the bone itself, which is, keep in mind, possibly magically reinforced.
I mean, I guess, but unless you were flat out immune to bladed weaponry, a stab to the back of the neck.
This man got beat the fuck out of.
You also just guess the gaps as well.
This man is capable of being shanked, and I do believe we saw that.
Yeah.
You also don't
Through his
know
flesh.
you also don't know what rune bones he might set off.
I am essentially relying on coup de grace rules.
I mean,
he's still conscious for one, so
yeah. I mean, he's
Oh,
bound
yeah.
and
Sleep should have been the obvious question then.
Yeah, but he can move around as well.
I mean, so what? I have to take a step back and ask, what's the goal here? Killing him and then saying, "Oh, he attacked me." Is that the idea?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the cover-up. Well, it would have to make it look like an actual scuffle took place. Oh, that's going to be thorough.
I would honestly say, like, gunshot straight to the face.
Yeah, but last time I checked, he doesn't have a firearm.
This man's unarmed. So it just really has to look like he somehow managed to escape and throw a punch. Or something. As that man is unarmed. Maybe have some magical damage. Look like it occurred. Like maybe use Eldritch Blast on himself to simulate like some force damage to look like there was a scuffle. God, this is really fucking thorough and sinister of me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah.
But I don't want the party to get in trouble if we're going to do it.
So it really just has to be thorough enough so it's just that's the situation that happened.
If you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it thoroughly.
Yeah, you can't exactly do it on the spot.
Just so you know, if anyone finds out, there'll be consequences.
Immense consequences, especially to your own reputation. Because
I would
basically, if I'm doing it, it should be as done as right as possible.
Yeah, not on the spot.
So what I think, if you're going to kill him, it should be to release that soul to get that woman closure, the changeling. But I would let him write down a testimony of what had happened first.
So the role of this is to actually make it look like a service to the woman. Because it is.
We should bring her, let them meet in a controlled environment, and then we can go from there. Because I bet the victim in question was very, very friendly towards the changeling woman. They were practically sisters. She would have a grudge against the guy for killing her.
Yeah, but also keep in mind, she doesn't know all of the details as well.
Well, here's where it's interesting. You don't have to necessarily tell her all the details.
Okay.
Which, up to Flint if he wants to do that. You know.
The most shady he's getting is just plotting this guy's death because he knows that
I need an answer
he
as to
is
what
a
you're
very
doing
powerful
next.
individual that can keep on doing like a shit ton of murder and probably fuck up a lot of shit.
I still need to know what you're doing, though. That's the thing.
We're plotting, aren't we?
Yeah, but I need to know now.
Bring...
Not like because this rate it's gonna be next session when you make that action. I need to know now because you guys are doing it now.
Or
rather, he's doing it now.
Up to Flint, then, I guess, if you want to kill him now.
Well, now might actually do this shit that you brought up a bit too hasty, and some setup would have to be involved in order to make this as smooth as possible.
I think we should bring both parties together.
I'll be right back. Can you please wait for a second until I get back? I just need to get my dog out real quick.
Alright, understandable, but yeah, sorry. Discord's switched a bunch of shit for the app, so I'm working with it.
I hope this whole situation is interesting, at the very least.
And morally questionable, yes. Also keep in mind, warlocks are not like clerics. Their patrons aren't watching them every single waking moment of every single waking day.
Usually.
Yeah, unless they're that kind of.
I'm attempting
patron.
to go the weirdly
this
chaotic
patron
good
is
method.
not that kind. Depends. Anyways, moving on. So I do need to know what your. Let's see here. Actually, what do you guys think of this thing so far?
I enjoyed it. I did not expect that twist. Right down from M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's book. What a twist.
Sorry? Sorry, I thought I heard
So how will we first bring both parties together?
First things first.
The victim's sister wants to see me and Flutter. What's the character's name?
You didn't ask the changeling her name.
No, Vera. Vera wants to bring the changeling woman to see the fallen Asimar to get a solid identification to see if she knows who he is. There's that. And then, based on what Flint has seen, we could share the information that these two were incredibly close, and then possibly Flint might Flint and the persecutor might have an altercation and accidentally release the soul, thereby we being able to cast Speak with the Dead.
So that's how we would kill the man?
We can decide that when it's happening.
So that's the smoothest idea we got?
Do you have any questions for him, though? Any more questions?
I don't think so.
Look, man, we're running low on time. I need to know what questions you have.
I don't
think that so far
you technically didn't ask the lipstick thing, so.
Technically did. That would have been the way I described that would have been on the insta kill, but that got debunked.
Yeah. So how are you going to? So you just straight up ask what was with the lipstick?
Nah, I thought it would have been a cheesy question that it ended on and just not have it have an answer.
It's an interesting question. It's not exactly
it absolutely is, but
yeah.
I feel the emotional point of pairing that with the insta-kill, so he couldn't be able to answer, would have been something. But now, since that insta-kill is not necessarily even the smoothest thing to do, even if possible.
So are you just gonna ask? So why not just straight ask the question?
That lipstick question is not getting asked.
Well, why not ask?
But why not? Just ask him what was up with the lipstick.
Yeah, you're gonna kill. If you plan to kill him anyways, you might as well just ask him now. Before everything.
Nah. I'm good.
Man, okay, gonna blue ball everyone else. Got it.
But we got your fucking dick sometime. We want to know.
Anyway, so you do hear a knock on the door, and no one will respond. Yeah, and notices, in this case, Hajime and Vera. Oh, yeah, what the fuck are you two doing? Who the hell is she? And he says, and who the hell are you, ugly? And he says, and to which, Nolan just responds, fuck you too, then. Not the fun way.
She's the other culprit that turns out to be a great friend of the victim, and we want to see if she recognizes the perpetrator.
Right. Fuck. They want to speak with
wait,
the
did
other
information get relayed? Yeah, I'm
Nope,
gonna have to
you didn't
relay
relay
the
everything
information to the three that have entered.
Are you gonna let them in?
Actually, he's gonna walk outside and give the three the information.
Are you just gonna leave Nolan there?
The man's tied up. It's probably fine.
Alright. And you basically relay everything to your allies?
He's just told to keep some minor watch as he tells the others the information, just in whispers.
Alright.
And so, because the amount of information that we have learned is incredibly long, and I am questionably capable of doing the in-character voice, he relays the information.
Okay. So basically, everything we've described, you describe.
I mean, me asking to get the information in a more simpler manner has already made the information itself repeat a bunch of times. Don't need to have repeated another.
Mm-hmm.
So do you relay everything?
I'm not sure how if I could let in those two on the murder plot.
Okay, so just relay just the stuff he's told you. Got it.
One, Vera would probably tell the cops immediately.
Vera's no fun.
Vera is anti.
Vera doesn't like murder.
Vera's lawful. Vera is lawful good. Due process and all that shit.
And thus that lawful would get in the way of it, not necessarily the good.
The good.
Hajime is neutral good. She's not gonna immediately rat you out.
You're not neutral good. You're maybe neutral.
I am neutral good. Hajime is neutral good, so she won't immediately rat you out.
But is chaotic good and is doing the murder plot as a preventative action for more murder in the future. And making sure it is an absolute certainty that he wouldn't go out and escape and do things. Because during trial nonsense, he might have enough time to escape.
He does have teleport options.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he had the one. Remember that? And he attempted to use it already. He hasn't gotten a full rest yet.
But trials take time. And in that time, he could easily get a long rest and pop out of there.
Not really, as long as the ship's still up. You just have to make sure the ship stays on.
But that's the thing. Unless he's going to be constantly surrounded by an anti-magic field.
He's going to be heavily guarded.
That is an expensive solution.
And the ship has mages with counterspell and all that, so
No counters. We tried counterspelling the guy. It is not a solution that works.
Did you have a but you didn't but keep in mind it was a chance that you would have it with and it was only two of you guys.
Yes, but at that very same time, there's a chance he goes away, and that is not a chance he can take.
Keeping with the way to be guaranteed.
Don't get mad just because you messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, starting facts here. Unless they have an 8th, 9th level counterspell person, then there's no guaranteeing that he can't escape.
And these guards, which were hired to protect a luxury cruise with a lot of rich people on it, most likely pulling in more cash than actual law enforcement, yeah, that's not happening.
Anyway, so what is the call from everyone in regards to having the best friend take a look at this guy and speak to him, or just look at him?
I'm for it.
For which part? Letting her see him, or letting her see him and speak to him?
More so letting her see him, but if she wants to speak, I don't see a reason to not let her.
Just monitor it and all that.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay, just making sure.
For murder plot reasons, though, should I just have Flit and Nolan do the monitoring? And have it kind of exchange hands?
Fear is definitely going to monitor the conversation.
Oh, same with Hajime.
So okay, but
complications are going to be making those complications happen. It's going to be really hard.
Yeah, it's almost like committing an unlawful act of murder in this sort of situation, with all eyes are on you, is extremely difficult. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Just subtle spell Finger of Death him. No one will ask questions from a heart attack.
I know. Oh wait, no.
You have Pact of Stars, so it's permanent spell.
True. Anyways, moving on. So, you guys do you let them talk?
Yes, but also a whisper to the lady herself about the murder plot.
All right.
She wants that angry revenge, and I assume that everybody has known the results of each interrogation.
Make a persuasion check normally, because there are certain factors in play that are not giving you advantage, and I need somebody to tell me what the result is.
One, the fact that it is incredibly hard.
Did you roll it?
So, persuasion normally. Alright, this is most likely not gonna work. It's a 9.
Alright.
No.
Let's see here. Because I have to roll for her to see if she's persuaded or not. And if you want, you can roll an insight to see if you believe her.
Rolling for persuasion.
Alright.
Counterintuitive.
Roll insight?
Actually, yeah. Alright, I actually have a system for this where there's a DC for her. Okay, yeah. If you want, you can roll an insight.
26.
26, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, she says that as long as she's not tied to it, she's fine with it. And you believe her.
Oh.
She just doesn't want to get her hands dirty, basically. I mean, probably because she's already got a bunch of eyes on her, and she'd probably be the immediate second suspect if he were to, die.
If he were to
Anyway.
die.
No,
More
if
specifically.
the guy were to die, then she would be the second suspect. Because, she has more to gain from him dying. That being revenge.
Well, allowing a roll on persuasion immediately shows more logic on her part.
Yeah. So, alright, so she has the conversation with him. Do you guys want to interrupt at any point? And if so, at what points? Like, if he mentions anything. I'm asking the group who are there as a whole.
I mean, I don't know what he's going to say, so I can't really see if I want to interrupt.
Okay, so she asks him
monitored,
why.
and it would be very... Duke, insight on this? You're the one who came up with the morphological
With Hajime herself, she's all about that retribution. He wronged someone. He has to pay for it.
Oh yeah, is that a public thing Flint knows about?
I'd probably say she's mentioned it once or twice before.
Then she is also given some information about the murder plot given to the fucking child!
Involving the child in the plot to kill a contract killer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this definitely won't fuck her up in her formative years. Yeah, sure. Anyways, moving on.
She willingly joined the Seven Nobles Guild. She knew what was happening.
Kind of. Anyways, moving on. So, basically, she asks him why he did it. He explains the entire story. She asks him who hired the hit, and she looks to you guys, specifically you, Flint. Do I tell her? That sort of thing.
Yeah, just kind of leans in next to the guy, and he's suggesting they both tell her at the same time.
All right, both of you explained that it was her mother who hired the hit, and that she hired him by paying over the original contract to basically have herself killed, but in a specific manner for her.
Flint shows the used 5th level Zone of Truth scroll.
Yeah, it would still be in effect at this point, but anyways. It's been more than an hour. It's been less than an hour in there. In game, IRL, in game, it's been less than an hour. Currently, it has been way more than an hour, so...
Simply because there's a lot to unpack here, and sometimes
and also some plans that you originally had that you didn't think entirely through.
Again.
And anyways, moving on. So, he explains the entire thing, and, let's see here. What else does he have to bring up? What else? Sorry. Cups. She sort of is taking it back at this. You see, anger not towards him anymore. It seems very, considering everything that's happened, there's nothing she can hide anymore. She's very much conflicted and in a lot of emotional pain. That the parents of the girl that she considered her sister basically betrayed her. So, yeah. He sort of nods his head and looks at the rest of you guys. Hey, I want to speak. I want to speak to someone. One of you. The Shardbond. I want to talk to him.
Is this it?
I want to talk to the Shardbond.
He's currently taking meditating.
I can wait. I'm gonna die anyways. I can wait a few more hours. And it also has to be fun with him. This time I want to give him some... It's a bit weird, but... I've been counting over... God, how long has it been? 80? 90 years? And nobody's caught me until now, so I want to give him... So I want to congratulate him myself.
I'm going to ask Ryuk to fetch him, so I don't have to leave.
Yeah, only when he's finished his meditation, I'm fine with waiting.
It's been about an hour. We got 3 hours left.
Yeah, we can just say like, do you guys just want to keep an eye on him until then, or no?
Okay, so now Hajime is an element of the murder plot. So we can now slightly do this even better.
Well,
So,
they wait. I'm just going to look at the colonist bar and ask, so what did the lipstick have to do with this?
Look, don't judge me, but... okay, look. She... in our time... One of her things was that she's good. She told me my lipstick choice was terrible. So we spent a good few hours shopping around, comparing shit, and she found something that... she found my color, apparently. I mean, it's not exactly common that guys nowadays wear, makeup and, doll themselves up. It's relatively normal. But, a long time I haven't exactly been... Nobody's really thought of me in that way, so... I decided maybe just wear it one last time. Before I never got to see her again. Or before I saw her, after death.
oh shit! I just realized what I could do. What if I were to incite the victim into the murder plot as well? Offering him a way to die that's a lot kinder.
Dude, the victim is dead.
No, I mean victim of murder plot himself, Mr. Contract Killer.
Ask him yourself. You want to ask him
religious
that?
burning at the stake, and whatever form of execution they would religiously come up with would probably be a hell of a lot cooler and more hellish.
Actually, here's the thing. They don't burn him at the stake because that's fire. They basically just create areas of holy fire and just toss him in and make sure he just burns there. Which actually, if you know, Asmar is resistant to radiant and necrotic damage, and holy fire deals radiant damage. So they kill him very slowly.
It's the fucking slow burn of death, doom, and destruction. Ouch!
Yeah.
If Vera actually knew this, she might
It is a
have
slow and agonizing death, but through some organization, it could probably be done a hell of a lot quicker.
Well, they're not going to do it quick. They're gonna make a
show of it. Or
yeah.
unless he reforms. That is also an exception. If he reforms and becomes a protector again, because another thing I've changed about some stuff regarding the races, Aasimar, there's only one Scourge Aasimar. They don't change at all even if they listen to their deity. Their power, their divine power, is self-destructive at worst, and very terrifyingly, effective at best. They can basically they don't need their god's approval regarding any of their actions. They can be of any alignment. Its protectors and fallen Azamar that sort of fill those moral things, and they actually have to be accepted by their deity, or they themselves have to accept it.
Here's a question. Would this holy fire destroy the collarbone and does that woman's soul?
No, actually. Well, first things first. None of the bones themselves, no. The skin, well, it would destroy some of them, but not all of them. Anyways, one last thing. He says to the girl is, hey. She's talked a lot about you. She thought of you more of a sister than anything else. She wanted you to know that if you ever cross paths, that I was involved, that I did the deed. But she didn't want me to tell you who was involved. She wanted you to make sure you could live peacefully, hating. Oh, actually, I wanted to make sure you lived your rest of your life hating me and not her parents. She doesn't have the guts to. She didn't have the guts to. Well, to cause you to make you hate her family, even if they just scum. But he just restores you guys. I told you, so guess fuck her whole plan, right? Just don't go after them. It doesn't end well. Especially since they're able to afford me. She looks at him and says, any chance I'll ever see you again? To which he responds, maybe on the flip side. I can't promise much. Everything goes as planned. Definitely on the flip side. I'm considering how she described you. He said, oh, shut up! God, she sounds so much like someone she'd fall for as she walks out. God, exactly as she described her. Wow. Fucking hell. Alright, so how do you want to... So why are you planning to kill me? He says to you, Flint.
Oh, he's a stew.
Wait, how did he manage to find out, sly bastard?
Do you ask him how?
Oh, it's gonna be...
Is everybody else away? Wait.
Oh, I know exactly what...
Was he just called out in the open for the plot?
Do you want to ask him?
No, it's going to be 100%. How did you know? You just told me.
He was like, wait, what?
What does Flint say?
This is out in the open, right? Nobody walks out.
Basically. The only person who walked out is the changeling girl. I'm guessing you guys informed the guards, like, yeah, no, she's guilty of, like, threatening the guy, but she's not the killer. Right? Right? You told the guards that, right? Okay, just making sure.
I would imagine, yes.
Okay, so how does Flint respond?
Well, I need to take a second to think of it before you laid that out, because, oh boy!
I'm just gonna think that Flint just has a confused look on his face, and he says, You know that I've been killing people for a long time, right? I know when people have a murderous intent. I can tell when people have murderous intent. Same with that little girl over there. Not really healthy. Wouldn't recommend it for the future. As he says to you, Hajime.
Okay, now what's the reaction of Vera?
What's it?
Because
what's
that's the major person who could rat the whole plot out here. That is in the room right now.
I was shocked and appalled, I assure you.
I mean, that guy, he sort of looks over there. He looks over to Nolan. He doesn't really want to anymore. He says, fuck you too, then. I have this whole idea of just seeming like the bad guy before, or coming in and acting like the good guy. But you had to fuck me over. Great. I'm just gonna. He just walks out like fucking yeah. Kids, cute.
Okay, so who's
He
the
actually says
cat
that.
in here?
Kids.
Okay,
Cute.
so it's Nolan, Vera,
No, Nolan doesn't
Changeling
want
Girl
to
went
anymore.
went out.
No, Nolan doesn't want to anymore after hearing his story. It's just you and Hajime.
Huh.
So no guards were actually out in the open enough to hear that.
Nope, he just, everyone just heard, the guards at most just heard, like, Nolan getting all pissy.
What was Vera's reaction again?
Just, like, you had, like, basically actually saying, like, you had to ruin it, right? I was going to come in and seem like, no, let's not kill him. He's a pretty nice guy, but no, you just had to spoil it. Basically, yeah. He's getting all pissy because he spoiled his plans. All that plotting for nothing.
I'm not
in
Vera,
Nolan's eyes.
the Miss Lawful Good over here.
What's Vera's reaction to this towards her allies and to the guy?
Well, Vera's just going to glare at Flint, but she's not going to say anything. She might.
And Hajime, because he said the little girl is basically like, pointed his nose towards her. Yeah, okay.
Oh, more disappointed towards Hajime, because I mean Hajime is still mostly charmed, so Vera feels like she let her down a little bit by letting her walk this path, but that's a bit more too complex right now.
It's more of the influence of her patron taking over.
Yeah. It's like a side effect of making a pact in her case, and her much more deepened pact.
I mean, she was already like uber on the retribution, but this is just you unfolding it.
Is my brain going back to Fallout New Vegas's Legionnaires screaming, Retribution! Oh well. Anyways, continuing on.
Well, since I've been called out, I can't really hide that anymore. A few simple matters. One, I let you go. I let you go over and get executed. There's a chance that you can escape, and if you don't, you could have a long and needlessly painful death.
You give me way too little credit, aren't you? Oh well.
People would make far too much of a spectacle out of it.
Yeah. Plus,
a bunch of things.
We're talking about the entire Avrani Union. You know how hard they go down on fallen like me. Every single church starts hunting me down, so if I manage to escape, well, I wouldn't escape for long.
What you did was awful, horrible, and deserves all the punishment. But would you want a quick death or a long, painful, drawn out?
You know, I've been alive for a long time. I'd say let's go through the... And I've tried a lot of things. But you know what I haven't tried? Going through the proper channels and shit. I don't know why I'm like I am. Maybe they'd go easier on me if I explained my side of the story. Hell, maybe they'd even find out who my godly parent is. I don't know unless I try, right? Maybe I can be reformed. Be one of the good guys again.
I don't think they're gonna be any tiger.
Is there still a zone of truth up?
Yeah, it's still up.
You murdered someone in cold blood. You willingly took a job to kill someone, and you expect to be
Honey,
forgiven?
she says, he just says, honey, I've killed a lot of people in cold blood. You're gonna have to be specific.
What do you think contract killer means? He does this as a job.
I've killed more people than you've eaten food. You're what, like teenager and elf? Elf with nature blood? I've killed a lot more people than you've probably eaten food. No, I've definitely killed more people than you've eaten food. Who am I kidding? Oh God, that's a lot of people.
Is this a how many breads have you eaten in your life situation?
Yes, it is.
Ah, God damn it, Auntie.
Wait, is this the how many communion wafers make a full Jesus sort of thing?
Sort of. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that, so I can't say yes. But if it's the same as the bread thing, then maybe. Anyways,
I don't
moving
know what the
on.
bread thing is.
When somebody says like, "How many people have you killed?" and to which the person you're talking to responds, "More people than more slices of bread you've ever eaten, or loaves, or loaves."
Not the same thing.
Yeah, about the same thing. What is
It's implying a huge order of magnitude.
Yeah, so what is
Yeah.
Hajime's response to this guy? His absolute just like bluntness to that fact.
She is very angry and almost instinctual. I want to specifically mention that she does not intend for her summoned weapon to appear, it just does.
Ooh, scared.
Suggestion
He actually
by
looks
the
at it.
patron, I assume.
He looks at it. He sees that, and anyone who wants to can roll an insight. Sorry, who is
I
in
love
there?
my
Can roll an
insight. I'm rolling it. 11.
Will Hajime? She. Yeah, he just sort of stops as he's about to say, "Ooh, scared," as he basically stares at the sword a bit.
Normally or advantage?
Normally,
That's a bit of a weird place for a nat 20, but okay.
yeah,
21. 21.
a perfect one. Because, anyways, yeah, Flint, you're not exactly sure why he's stopping, but
I would
let's see
imagine
here.
he would
So-
have more of an idea as he's been in more life or death scenarios due to
Yeah.
things.
However, Hajime and Vera, especially Vera, both of you can tell that he looks at the blade with some recognition. However, Vera, you see, you specifically, not Hajime, recognize that sort of recognition as someone who's seen like a family house or something like that, something relating to like someone close, but you can't quite put his finger on it.
I'm going to say, wait, you've seen this plane before, haven't you?
Yeah. I think I did a job with the guy. I think I did a job with a blade similar to that.
It was a family heirloom.
Yeah.
It's a long, complicated story.
How old are you? Like 60?
Starts counting on her fingers. I just turned 72 this year.
Alright, so about the same. Yeah. I know the person. I think I know your dad.
She immediately drops on the floor.
What, do you not? Oh, shit, it probably went bad. Ugh. I mean, really did went through with that shit. Fuck. Of all my years, I'm actually surprised by something going weird.
She
Oh, God.
She immediately rushes up to him and like grabs him by the shirt. My mother was a dryad. I never knew my father. You know him. You must tell me what you know of my father.
He sort of looks at you, looks past you, and with actually a surprisingly loud voice, he says, "Security, my rights are being violated!"
I would like to
a guard comes in.
reaction at that. Actually, isn't this room soundproof?
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Oh!
The fool.
Then Flint just wags his finger.
The magnet. Do we know? We were told this place is soundproof, right?
Yep.
Since it's soundproof, that yell didn't quite go through. Shit.
She immediately is getting physical. She gut punching.
All right, make an athletics check. It's athletics check instead of an unarmed because it's same thing basically, unless you have like expertise in athletics.
I don't have proficiency. It's just an 18.
Okay, 18 plus your proficiency modifier in this case, which would be a 4, so yeah, you hit him. Okay, maybe the walls are thicker than I thought. As you see, like, he sort of bites down on his teeth a bit, takes a deep inhale, and yells out, "Help!" Which
and he
comes
just
at like
wags
10
his
times
finger again, unearthly chorus
as he goes.
I'm going to try to
As yeah. Okay. What would you do to defuse the situation?
I'm going to try to step between them, fully armored and full plate, wearing a giant shield.
All right,
Hey, let's calm down.
Make an athletics.
Calming down isn't
make an
exactly
athletics.
insightful enough to work.
And Hajime can roll in acrobatics.
You don't tell this situation just to calm down.
Fuck.
I'm so sad that this isn't like choreographed. Anyways, so she just successfully shoves you off and tells you to calm down. And actually, one thing to keep in note that his scream is actually his yell for help was higher than it should, was louder than it should be, about 10 times louder than it should be.
Thaumaturgy?
You don't know. Maybe he just
has...
has...
yeah, it was also muffled
maybe he's
unearthly chorus.
Maybe he's an Asmor of some sort of music god or some shit like that.
How can I say, what was that all about?
To Hajime?
Both.
He just looks towards Hajime kind of smugly, like, I know something you don't. And you actually hear a knock on the door, and the like exasperated yells of an actually familiar elf sort of say, "Hey, is everything okay?" It's not Nolan though. It's the investigator. Probably should have been more clear.
Flint minor illusions a voice beyond the door, simply telling them everything's all right.
Make a deception check. with disadvantage because there's a very clear cry for help.
Can I? I want to help him. Can I?
Are you even proficient in deception?
I am.
Then you may roll normally.
Interesting. I love this fucking turn of events.
It's getting pretty late, guys. I think the person doing the recording has to go.
A natural 20.
Yeah. One thing at a time. Natural 20. Okay. All right, but I'm coming in a few minutes. You guys just stop being loud, and he'll step away, and we'll just try to. Yeah. So, do you ask him anything?
Since he won't talk about my father,
Well, it's not that he's not talking. It's just that he's letting. Appeared that he was letting someone come in. But seeing that no one's coming inside, his expression's a bit changing to less ocean. Like, this is gonna be a bit of a challenge.
we have a few more minutes.
I'm going to try using. I'm going to try to persuade this guy.
All right. All right. Persuasion.
I'm going to try to use my feet to charm this guy as well.
All right. Go ahead. Make a. What's the DC?
27.
All right. Yep. Sorry, yeah, he rolled a natural 20. Fuck me. Well, it would have been interesting. But
It was an insight
roll,
check, right?
yeah. He has to make, it's an insight check. What do you say?
I
'Cause
say,
it may lower it.
I said, look, you just want to, she's never met her father. I'm sorry for being violent, but could you just please answer the question?
I never knew my parents. I never knew my mom, never knew my dad. I never even knew that I even had a mom or dad. I didn't even know what I was. So, yeah, but I didn't start throwing people around. Yeah, but I didn't start throwing people around like an asshole when I wasn't getting my way. But you know what? He's a kid. She's a kid, so I'm gonna give her this little thing. Your mom wants nothing to do with your dad. For all the wrong reasons.
No, she kind of crosses her arms all angrily. She's a dryad. She didn't even want anything to do with me.
Well, here's the thing, though. She wanted you, but she didn't want him.
And I just realized who I can slap a defined kin for. Oh,
Yeah.
There's a use for that spell after all.
Yeah, and he says, and less of a creepy way, like force stuff, and more along the lines of, it's more along the lines of, it's not like I like you or anything, stupid.
I would like to cast a find kin.
Okay. On whom?
Hajime.
Alright.
She is concerned with her father. Let's get some information about him. Or some other random relative, I guess.
There is one in the Chicago Royal Empire. There is one inside the Chicago Royal Empire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, let's wrap this up a bit. Yeah, there's one in the Chicago Royal Empire. Actually, no, wait, no, sorry, scratch that. There's one in the Savage Lands.
She.
Now, who is this person? Give me the info dump.
Here's the thing. It should tell you who this person is, but it's not giving you a thing. Make a
So that immediately tells me
Arcana check.
probably the father who
You
doesn't
know the
want to be heard
location.
from again. Let's ask.
Yeah. Yeah. And he'll say, "Not because I like to make things nice and odd. I'll give you a third thing. You're not a normal dryad, or half dryad, half blood. You're not even close to normal.
Well,
And you'll never be.
Dryads don't have kids.
Yeah. But also, half dryads don't drink blood, and they don't have, and when they do, it's not like they don't have the. It's not like they can go a month without eating. Yeah. See, I know everything about what you are, but you're never gonna find out.
At least tell me what you know about. She resummons the weapon.
Shh. You should let sleeping dogs lie, because lies are often better than the truth.
I know there's more of these, but I don't know what these are.
I don't know I don't know what it is either. I just recognize that little thing. But I know what you are. And he sort of waits a bit. I think he's coming, right? As you hear another knock on the door. And another knock on the door. Okay, look, I need to see what the hell's going on. Someone just open the door. Captain's getting involved.
Who's the closest to the door?
Flint. Definitely Flint.
He just minor illusions through the door. So, yeah, it probably implies he's a bit closer.
Yeah, so what do you say? Your response.
Shit. Brains dotting. Duke. Any ideas?
Just say he's confessed to the murder. He's confessed to the murder, and we're done speaking with him.
How can we hear him if he's on the other side of the door?
It's somewhat muffled. You just heard like a knock on the door. It's Flint who heard like the talk, what he said.
Flint minor illusions through the door. We got a confession. The guy was the murderer, and we are almost finished with investigations.
All right.
Give us a bit more time, though. I think the situation might be.
No, I'm sorry, but look, the captain's getting all suspicious. He heard the scream. Just open the door. He's fuck. Fine, bureaucrats. You open the door, and yeah, for the sake of expediency, the guy actually doesn't tell anyone about the whole thought of murder plot, and doesn't tell anything about telling Hajime anything, and actually covers it all up by saying he sort of leaned a bit too far back on the chair, and he started falling. He screamed for help, and you guys helped him back up.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
What a guy.
it's just
That's bizarrely nice of him.
He explained that and actually a bit of a change in the story. He doesn't tell anything about what you guys. He basically tells an alternative story that some criminal in the Arisian Empire was pissed off at the Hickman clan for stepping in on their tobacco territory. So they sent him to finish the job, to leave a message.
Wait,
it would have stopped by the time the guards sort of like untied, like it's not untied him, but by the time they were starting to get in, and he started asking questions. We even they cast a zone of truth. He just simply says, "I told you everything," which is technically true.
The technical truth is technically correct, which is the best type of correct.
Yeah, exactly. And because the captain wants this taken care of, and everything, all the people here who paid their tickets to have a happy cruise and calm down, he basically he says just lock him up. Have a mage on standby.
The information about the soul being in the bone as well.
Yeah, no, he doesn't tell them at all about that. He just says that he just needed the soul as proof, and that he has sent a messenger bird back to deliver.
Okay, but would the soul be destroyed in the radiant fire though?
Nope.
Okay.
He'd be dead at that point.
Question mark. Well, the man is burning.
Yeah, anyway, so he explains that story, and he does say that he wants to congratulate Lucid on catching him.
And as Lucid vibrates in the room, he gets a congratulations.
So, is Lucid okay with this?
Yo, Dino!
Dino, are you there? Dino. Big D. Big D, are you there?
Yo.
Okay, so Lucid, you get a response from one of the guards tells you that the culprit that you caught wants to congratulate you on catching him, since apparently he's never been caught before, without it being planned.
Man, I gotta stop my rock vibrating with this shit.
Oh no, this happens like after you finish your long rest.
Finally back up to full spell slots.
Mm-hmm. So do you accept it?
Yeah. Am I made aware if Parias is also being rewarded or talked to about this at all? Because I did go along.
No, it's just you. Because the way he worded it was that you were the one with the spells, you were the one who acted right on, and you were the one who technically knocked him out. So you deserve the reward, not the big guy.
Alright, cool.
The brains deserve more than the bones.
F for Parias, he deserves something.
So, anyways, so do you accept it?
Magic. Yeah, I guess. Is he still in the holding room?
All right. When you enter, he says, you're a lot taller when we're not fighting. And actually, do you say anything in response?
How tall is he?
He's like 6'1".
He is slightly.
He was crouching. Remember, he was crouching a bit when he was fighting, assuming a low stance.
Yeah. Born this way. Well, not exactly the case with you. You wanted to speak to me about something.
Sorry?
Did you not hear anything I said?
Sorry, Mike. Give me a moment.
You fool. You fool, Land.
Hello?
Foolish fool.
Yeah, I think Discord just started acting up on me.
Hell.
So, sorry.
I replied to him that I was born this way, and it wasn't exactly the same case with him.
telepathically, yeah?
Yes. Have no
And he
other means
responds,
of communication.
which means telepathically he'll respond. I wasn't born. I was actually. I remember I was this way ever since I think I first took breath. But I'm not just here to congratulate you. Keep talking telepathically, and I'll tell you something. And he says, "Well, either way, as he says this, he audibly said, telepathically, as he says that, he verbally says, shit, I didn't think it was going to end this way. I honestly thought I was going to die in the middle of nowhere. No one was ever going to remember me. But I guess I'll get some notoriety, right? Better than nothing."
If one does not plan on being immortal, it is always good to cement one's legacy.
Right. And he responds telepathically, because you're speaking telepathically.
Yes.
Yeah. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., there's going to be between rooms 437 and 435, or 437 and 438, there's going to be a weird closet. And he continues and says, and it says, and in mind he says, continue. And he says, well, I mean, you signed up for this line of work, you really don't expect a lot of things to go right. And I've been having a lot of things go right, so I thought maybe I'd be the exception. Oh, well. Goes to show you, Lady Fortune really is a cruel bitch.
Cruel, perhaps, to some, favorable to others. It seems that you did not draw a lucky dice.
Telepathically tells you you have to be there exactly at 8 o'clock. Otherwise, the door will disappear. In there, you'll find a chest with 3 objects. You'll only be able to take one before the room disappears. Originally payment from bosses. As he says verbally, still, it doesn't mean it stings any less. Oh well. Goes to show you that no matter how good you are, the long arm of the law will always catch you.
I almost wanna have the inverse happen, where I make a really fucking shitty criminal, and they just don't get caught ever.
Anyways, moving on. Lucid, how do you respond?
Do you plan on dying here, or more likely in the Union?
Telepathically, verbally he says, no one really ever plans where they die. It just happens, and if you're lucky, you die around people you love, in your sleep. But it doesn't always work out that way in this line of work. And telepathically tells you, once you get it, I think you'll like your choices. It'll be hard, but I think you'll find it a fun choice to make.
What of you then? Do you wish to die in your sleep, or do you have any loved ones you wish to surround yourself with when you die?
Verbally says, oh god, no, I don't have anyone I love. And honestly, I just wish I just died alone in some cabin in the middle of nowhere. That's my dream, or it was, before this. And telepathically he says, let's see here. I think you'll find that these objects will be more suited to someone of your skill set. Just make sure you make the right choice. And if you can do me and telepathically he says, if you can do me one last favor, leave a rose on a table to the far corner of this restaurant, as he tells you the name. That was our table. That was her table. I think she should have at least one last meal. As I'm assuming the rest of your allies told you this, yeah? Or the story,
Oh god.
his story, basically. Yeah. Did you guys tell Lucid about him, or would you have?
I'm sure, I guess. If Vera's telling them, I'll oblige.
All right. And
I didn't hear it all from the horse's mouth, but I understand.
he responds telepathically. That's all I can tell you right now. Enjoy your prize, Keller. And he says, since that's all the same to you, I think I've said all I need that needs to be said. You live a long life, you hear? Don't make the same mistakes as me.
It's good to learn from the mistakes of others, especially on the road to immortality.
Yep. I've killed people who've thought themselves immortal, but I get the point. Just, yeah. And he just gestures towards the guards, like, yeah, I'm done. And for the sake of brevity, I take it you take your leave?
I'll leave them with a, may you have a fine execution.
And you enjoy a wonderful paradise.
Yeah, and then leave shall be taken. Places.
And will you go to that exact location at roughly that time, or early before that time?
Probably start staking it out relatively early.
That's your vestige choice, by the way.
It is.
It is.
Pog.
Get that artifact.
Nah, I just don't go there
It's
at
not
all.
an
Just ignore
artifact. Anyways, moving on. So, as you make your way there, as you stake it out, you notice that a door does appear, exactly as it was, as he told you. Do you enter?
What kind of door are we talking about here?
It looks actually significantly out of place. It is a solid black door with what looks like a silver doorknob.
Door. Well, got no reason to believe he's lying. May as well enter.
All right. Inside, you see a very simple wooden table painted.
Painted what? Oh god, Auntie died again. A shame.
A simple white table painted white with what looks like 2 books and a cloak.
The cloak.
And I'm just going to PM you the options as well as the name of the last option, so you can make your decision. It's either I'll just say this: it's the wizard. It's a wizard requires attunement by a wizard object in there, and I'm just going to send you the other one.
Joke's on you. I could take any one of these vestiges because I ignore class requirements.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Let me just delete that.
Fool
The
it.
other one.
You complete and utter fool. And I assume this is where we're ending the session.
I just need to send you the last thing I need to know when.
Just like...
We'll just say that.
I think we can save the session, the choice for next time.
Yeah, actually, we'll say this: you make your choice and you leave.
Yeah.
And as you leave, and I take it, do you leave the flower?
I'll have to obtain a rose, but
he gave you a rose.
Did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't give you a rose. He just told you, like, Go to this place, pick up a rose, and drop it off there. And look, put in that vase there.
Did he mention specifically a single rose?
A single rose, yeah.
Because if not, I was planning on my infinite opulence getting more than one as a sign of respect. B, just because roses. But if he only wants one, I will leave one.
Maybe one from him and one for you. 2 roses.
I'll buy 2
Yes,
roses.
that.
Keep one for myself in remembrance of this unique figure.
Alright. And as you do, and everyone else is resting.
I want nice roses.
And in the third day, or the day after that, you all brought over by the captain, and told that the guy escaped, and they can't seem to find him anywhere, nor can they find the changeling woman.
Flint immediately face palms.
There also appears to be a what looked like a dinghy missing.
If Lucid could smile, he would be.
Huh.
Kind of expected that, really.
And when you guys return to your rooms after that, you're all individually left a letter, signed by the killer, and someone else.
Oh.
It reads as follows. Everything I told you was true, but things change. I'm not going to hunt them. I'm not going to hunt down her mother. I'm not alone. Lucy, the changeling girl you so wonderfully met, is helping me out. I've got my sins on my back. And even though she has no reason to stay with to help me out, I might as well make sure that someone else gets some closure. You guys gave me something, made life a little bit more interesting, if not for a brief moment. I hope we'd meet under better circumstances. Regards, Lucy Penn with 2 N's, and your asshole fallen one. Your asshole fallen angel. And that is how we end the session. That is when we end the session there. So, what do you guys think?
That was a great session. I loved fucking recording a fucking murder plot and then go left.
What do you think?
It was funny as fuck.
That's fantastic. So I do wish it had been split into 2 parts because it is almost midnight and
There was a lot fucking crammed in there, and it was a lot of
I'm
great.
sorry. You can go. It's all right. Alex, can someone actually ping Alex, please?
Yeah, done it.
Okay. Because I think this was a pretty fun.